impulses into space.
Did you think it was? The signals are broadcast as radio impulses into space. All bets are being heard on a rear field telescope on the entire Earth.
How you doing, people? Welcome to the stream. I am not late, you are. And my monitor is in the wrong place, which is altering my microphone. We're working. Good. Who have we got? Skellington, Gravy, Reaper, Fless, Lena, Tash, Adrea, Dimsy, Tony Sylvan. Give her a shout out if you haven't done so already. Give her a follow. So, Telly Toba, Aaron, welcome to the stream. Today is... Do you know what? Today is the day I nearly didn't stream ESO. I actually nearly did the Conan stuff. But I think I'm going to save that till tomorrow because I'm going to let people go and do their raids and stuff and I'll just pick up the remains in the morning. Because someone's going to get blown up today. JL, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am going back into the Infinite of Archives. I'm getting focused efforts if it fucking kills me. But I might not be able to do it on this particular character today because I want to go and sell stuff and then swap characters. We've been using this for like 2 or 3 days. There's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely banging, but I am not getting the lucky stuff. So I might swap to the Nightblade. Not that it makes a huge difference, but it'll be fun as fuck if we can. New subs is going to be so nice. I know, I made a video about it. Exclamation point YouTube in the chat if you want the... wait. Before we do any shout-outs, YouTube guys, anything whatsoever, I need the bot running, don't I? The bot will be active in about 7.5 seconds. You can do it again. Guns and Raiders, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. That should now be almost active once I've got rid of this loading bar. Someone really tried to just trade me. What do you want to trade me for? Please don't put loads of stuff in there and expect me to give you loads of gold. What is it? Is it amazing? Is it cookies? I bet it's a scam. What? Hello? Who is this? You are absolute legend. Thank you very much. Someone just ninja gave me 200 fucking pots. Where'd they go? You are a legend. Something or other. They've legged it. They've actually legged it. So, there they are. Son of Fake? Feek? How do I say that name? Thank you very much. So what people sometimes do is they come up and they put loads of stuff in there and then they go on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, expecting you to buy them. They didn't. They just literally just gave me 200 pots. What a legend. I need to whisper them and say thank you. How do I do the thing? Do the thing. Busted. Found you. Now just so you know, the tripod struggling Infinite Archive. How you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the pots. Much appreciated. Have you had it before, though, where people come up to you and they trade window you, and as soon as you open it for your curiosity, they put in loads of flowers and they go on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Like 10k, 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 10k. It didn't happen. It didn't happen this time. It was a real one. You're a legend. Thank you very much. Mike Megan, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We want Beer and Kate. How do I say your name? Gokivleng? Is that how I say it? I can't even say it properly. Gok, you're a legend. Thank you very much. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I did say it right. Wow, look at that. Mum, I said it right once. Just once. Anyway, you can have some beer and cake. Put it in the chat, people. I've got 200 pots for the Infinite Archive. I'm going to put it in the bank, so I'm going to swap characters, but still, we're going to do it. That was mega. Also, Osin has the fashion on. I just saw the lazy sork beside me. Deposit potions. You know the struggle of potion. You are right. 100% accurate. I struggle all the time because I use so many. I burn through potions in Infinite Archive. It's ridiculous. Right, swap it out. Lonely Girl, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the gifted sub. Kind Stranger, it was a few days ago, but better late than never. It is indeed.
Listen!
You listen! Buddha fart. Thank you for the fart, Buddha. Much appreciated. We love farts. Right. People, this is a tough one. Now, forgotten the name of the build. Status Pro, which is the Nightblade, or Only Beams. Status Pro or Only Beams. Bear in mind, whichever tank turns up is going to have to put up with me. Whinging and shit every time you drop a taunt, which you will do. Only Beams? I am actually asking the chat. This isn't rhetorical. It's an actual question to the chat. You're okay? You're not backseating? It's a legitimate question. Only Beams or Status Pro? Spoiler, Only Beams is a Templar and Status Pro is a Nightblade. Want a poll? Nah, it takes too long. Fuck it. Bear in mind, I know people are going to get mad about this when subclassing hits. Those are people so far. They're like, oh, we could do like an Arcanist Beam and a Templar and have like an Only Beams build. Put Only Beams in the chat. For those that are present, it already exists. It wasn't their fucking idea. Although loads of people are going to do it anyway. Only Status Beams. Obviously, it stands to reason if they have the Arcanist Beam, I can put that on first and then execute at the end instead, because that would obviously support the build. Anywho, imagine that. Thank you for the fart. Much appreciated. So people are just putting Only Beams. How is that many? No, that's not enough people. Mike, do a poll. Fuck it. We're going to do a poll because people don't answer quick enough. Everyone's putting Only Beams. You don't want to see the poor defenseless Nightblade? Fine. Right. Poll failed. Whatever happened. Do you know what? Do the poll anyway, just for science. Just see if anyone's awkward after I've already decided. Because that'll be funny. Just do it for science. You know when you have a game and it's got no choices and people go, oh, I wish I had loads of choices, and it doesn't. Then you get another game and it's got millions of choices and they go, no, it isn't. We're going to see the same with the poll. No one answered when I asked, apart from 2 people. Now that we've got a poll, loads of people are going to answer. That's how it works. Always offer people stuff they don't want, and they'll take it. Offer them what they do want, and they won't pay attention. For science, that is also accurate. Now everyone's in there. See? It's almost like I understand humans, which is mortifyingly depressing. Only Beams, Only Beams, Only Beams. Rig it so we're not wrong. I mean, yeah. It's definitely on Only Beams. I'm going to vote as well. I can't vote. Select an option to vote. Can I vote too? I can. Ha! Rigged. Turtle Swatters, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Always, never, don't offer. Correct. That's the easiest way, isn't it? If you want someone to take sweet... to all the weirdos that hang outside schools, should not be on the internet. You should be in prison, but this is where they listen to information they think is for them. So the way to make an adult take sweets is to say, you don't want these. Yes, I do. Mike is like, what sweets? And he's got a whole bag full. Hello, Zion Ninjas. How you doing? Here's a button. But yeah, it's fucking... Humans always want what they can't have. As soon as you give them what they want, they're ungrateful and want more. That is true. The most common commodity that one might want more of we're going to call it a commodity, is power. What is it? The plot for just about every fucking movie with a bad guy ever. We'll take that and that. Never again volunteer yourself, indeed. Well, as we learned from the band Cinderella in the 90s, you don't know what you want until it's gone. This is true. Power is exhausting. It is. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome into the stream. Wolfman, how you doing? Only Beams, 69%. Geordie, how you doing? Welcome in. Where's the Mighty Adrea or any tank of any flavor? Someone bring me a tank. Whisper me in-game I need a tank. And then I will take Only Beams into content. The only content that exists. The Infinite of Archives. Yeah, well, what about Dungeons and Trials? Ha, I'm glad you asked. Put mechanics in the chat. There's a whole series there for Dungeons, Trials, and Arenas teaching you how to do the mechanics. Like when you get focused efforts, you always want more. Accurate, but shh. Yes, you're right. But, we only want more until 5. We're happy with 5. I so cannot wait for up for PS5 Pro upgrade. Me neither. I couldn't afford one yet. So that would be nice if I can get one soon. And then I can show off all the stuff and things when it happens. By the way, dates are confusing. There's lots and lots of conflicting information about the new update coming. Okay? So what does work, what doesn't work, etc, etc. That's going to happen on Monday as a solid, you know what the rules are now. Because obviously there's going to be changes from their initial testing to what's coming, all that kind of stuff. There's also some conflicting information regarding dates. And yes, I've seen them go all over the place. If you put website and press on the news tab, the dates are there. But it's sooner than we thought. It's not 25th of June, it's June 2025. See, the crossover happened. So I did post this on Patreon Discord earlier, but I will get to it here. You are looking at 2nd of June for PC and Mac, 18th of June for console. So now you know. You can quote me on it and you can clip it. SSJ, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Peon Grim, welcome in as well. Where's my tank? Where's the Mighty Adrea? Or the Unfathomable Lena, or whoever? Might as well wait to PS6 now. It's going to be only 3 years-ish away. You hope. I'm not going to wait 3 years. I'm going to have the Pro. Fuck that. As soon as I can. Started playing about 2 weeks ago, and your videos have carried me. For some reason, I made a Nord Sork. Nothing wrong with that. Any tips for my build? I'm level 200, please. That's a very broad question in a game that has got billions of possibilities, but the short answer is put builds in the chat. There, since you're past the level cap now for gear, or the gear cap, now is the time to invest in a build if you would like. If you would like. You don't have to. Claw, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So put builds in the chat and just click on any class there. All of the skills are explained, all the passives are explained, all the ultimates are explained, and above all, there are builds for each class on the website. So have a look at what you like the look of and see if you can make it work. If not, there's still billions of possibilities, and that's going to stretch even more if you've seen the last video I uploaded on YouTube, or the one before, the 5-minute video talking about subclassing. It's going to be fucking mental. I'll be wary of waiting for anything with 6 in it. Elder Scrolls 6 might release before I die. It might. So the console release is June 16th. Mike? Here's a link for you. I'm going to get the link. Have this. Copy text. No, not copy text. Copy link. Have this. It's actually on the website. You have it? Or have it again? There you go. Everything you need to know is there, including the video I posted the other day. It's all there. 18th of June console, 2nd of June PC, April 14th for the public test server. Where's the tank? Adrea said he's going to join. Can switch if no one else does. Bring a DK, dude. Then you can bring me spell power, and I don't have to use fucking pots. I can use tripods instead and be much more harderer. Bland, how you doing? I'd say the new players start with these, so don't need a mythic. Teaches a ton of core systems, flexibility, and range over gear. It's perfect. Or the laser sword. Need less skill points. Who alerted me? Guns and Raiders, you alerted me to your presence, and I already knew you were there. Overachiever. I wish Mike, but my bro's got another poopnar on the way. I bet I'm going to get the bill for it. Yeah, you are the resident babysitter. So, did you know that when your family have kids, they're yours? Did you know that? You should ask for fucking maintenance, dude, the amount of time you have to have that kid. And yes, I know your family's probably listening. And I'm right. Just saying, you heard it on the internet. A force on the internet told you about the law. The law is, if you're responsible for the kid, 90% of the time, you should be getting fucking maintenance for it. Do you need extra kidney or do you need your extra kid? Sell one. Where did I get to? Subclass is going to make ESO more confusing for what builds are right. No, it's not. It's not. What it's going to do is give you more choices for what you want to do. What's right is your choice. That's the point of the game. People will try and confuse you into thinking that there's only one way to play, and they're 152,000.7% wrong. It's not how the game is, no matter how much they try to force you to believe it. Just love the sound, dude. The sound is nostalgia. Dude, the sound came out of a train in Austria. When I went to see Tony the first time in Austria, actually, we'd already met prior to that, but when I went to Austria, so we met the second time there, we went to fairground or amusement park of sorts, and they had one of those trains that go around the whole park where everyone sits on there and goes, oh, I'm too tired to walk, I just eat my chips on the train. Those things, and it had the exact sounds. The little woo-woo didn't have that. It had the Metal Gear Solid alert sound. We were on this bloody great thing, 113 meters in the air, spinning, and we heard the alert. We're like, who's on my stream? And they're not. It was the train. Let's relax about the changes and just wait off. Don't tell me what to do. I get to promote this shit, cat. Welcome in, by the way. How you doing? That's a great thing about this game. Intentionally designed so there is no right. Right is what you want to make it. Correct. The whole point is to tell your own story with your own character. So you can do whatever the fuck you want. That is the point. Well, yeah, if you want to be optimized in your situation versus your goal. Yes, it has a meaning, and most people dismiss that it has a meaning. Rather than a subjective bias. Did he say science stuff? Definitely not. He's from an awkward background with no money. He obviously doesn't know what words mean. There's about 3 people on the internet going, Yeah, I can see you. Awesome. Good. We're going into the Infinite Archive, and I'm on Only Beams. Put Only Beams in the chat, and I don't know what the fuck Andre is, and I'm assuming he's on a DK. Socials, group, and he is on a DK. Dude, molten armaments, if you must. Well, you should. Awesome. Dude, the sound caught us off guard. It was fucking hilarious. Like, what the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? Who knows about Metal Gear Solid on my stream in Austria? Yeah, they do. Apparently they do. I'm kind of a celebrity in that country. I'm joking. I'm really not. I'm not going in there yet because it breaks. Did I press it? Oh, thank fuck for that. I didn't. I'm going to check the scripts while I'm here. This dude doesn't have a lot of them anyway, but read that one already. Read that already as well. I caught up. Excellent. I love the you belong hashtag. It would help, to say the least, with the stuff coming to your website. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I've got the GM one already. Brilliant. That, I'm going to take it. I don't need it on this character, but I'm pretty sure I do on another one. That, I may already have. Whatever. So, the scripts, if you've got them on your character already, put them in the bank and someone else can pick it up. Otherwise, you can't use it again. You're screwed. So, pick up the ones you want, chuck them in the bank, and then eat them after. So, eat the one you want after you've chucked loads in the bank. Does that make sense? So, if you need it on 5 characters, buy 6, put 5 in the bank, and then eat one. Can I use your banker, please? Yes, but it's going to cost you a percentage. In fact, the percentages are off today. I'm gonna leave them off to one side. I won't charge you because I got free potions. True story. Boing. The tag they introduced is really, really good. The amount of metaphors they threw into the new update is fucking phenomenal. It's very, very clever marketing. Let me explain this to you. For those of you that have been kept in the dark for the longest time by people that keep trying to control how you want to play in your game when you're not even playing with them. So, big land, do what you want, but it's been squashed by people that keep trying to take over. So you move into your safe space, probably your house or a desert island, maybe somewhere called Solstice, and all the different races from all over the land go into a different place together and live happy. But no, the worm cult, aka the shit canoes, the ones who are trying to control the land, put up a fucking great wall to gatekeep. And in this new update, you, as the people that try to escape and play the game or play the world or live in the world as you liked to, are confronted with that, and you get to band together to knock down the wall to get to your content. It's pretty good, that. At the same time as shouting you belong. I think that was a massive middle finger to stupid people saying, do you know what, this game is for you, enjoy it. Imagine that. That was clever. Stupid people won't get it, smart people are going to love it. But all in all, we're just another brick in the wall's eye. 100%! I gotta remember where my buttons are. I haven't played this for about a week. How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat? You could have a meat pudding. They exist, Mike. They exist. I'm just saying, they do. So for those of you that don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, this is quite simple. This build has been made very, very specifically to take advantage of the Jesus beam. Everything on the build boosts the amount of damage it does, not just to execute, but up front as well. So this is an active spammable. Bear in mind, obviously, with subclass, and obviously it stands to reason that I'd be putting the Arcanist beam on it, or at least trying it, and then stacking the Jesus beam alongside it. So constant damage for that beam, and then execute for that. However, that's not done yet, and I know everyone's trying to flog it as theirs. Anyway, the idea is to teach you how to use a 2-bar build without it being complicated. Most of the stuff on the bar is passive, so all you need really is to keep up your resistance buff, have a damage shield whenever you want, with Adric Spear passives on both sides. And all you need to do is this. Wall down, swap bars, Jesus beam. Maintain this if you can, but that's it. We get to stop Trump plans. We do not do politics in the chat unless it's directly tied to ESO. Nice try, that derails stuff because adults can't handle it. That's a fact of life. Wing! As soon as you do that, it divides everybody straight away because you're not allowed an opinion in the world. So we just don't bother. It's safer. You could have Joey make the meat trifle. That's what I was. Puddings. Mike, we have steak puddings. Not just steak pies, we have steak puddings and they are glorious. You would like them muchly. And yes, you can have more than one. They come in a pack of 4. It's crazy. Anyway, the build is designed very, very simply to give you 1 wall of elements with a flare and then Jesus beam spam from 100% health on purpose. The way it has been set up, it works. It's not just a case of use the skill anyway, because if you use the skill anyway, it's shit. But if you use it in the way I've designed it, it works really, really well. From the Friends show. Yeah, I know who Joey is. Claw, I'm not far off your age. I remember Friends. The old-fashioned steak and kidney suet pudding. Close, Turtle Swatter.
I love winning. Drinks all around.
Turtle Swatter, based on location and generational experience. See, I didn't say age. I'm pretty sure you remember goblin pies. Do you remember those? The ones in the tin that you have to boil, or at least take out the tin and put in a microwave? Before microwaves existed, even. Okay, so, oh, I want to say hobbits or something or other. I don't remember what it's fucking called. You can get them from farm foods and even other supermarkets. They're in a green packet in the freezer with 4 of them. You can actually still get them. They're just called something else. They're different ones. So these steak puddings, you just put them in a fucking pot for like 40 minutes and boil the tin. Banging. Absolutely banging. Introduce Tony to those. I know they're not horrendously bad for you or really, really good for you, but they are nice. Hello, mate. Is the latest trailer for ESO gameplay? And if so, how come the game never looks that good? Because people's PCs are not as good as they claim to be. Frey Bentos too. Frey Bentos still does exist, but they don't do the puddings. They're not as good or the same thing. However, there's a rule to Frey Bentos, and that is if you have a tinned pie, eat it by yourself. No one else is allowed any. If they are trying to get any of your Frey Bentos pie, they suck feet for the council and should be fired. Peas? Why say peas twice? Anyway, prop wash. The game does look that good. It's just that they've got a very particular way of angling their camera to take shots because they can do that from inside their own system. And also, lots of people pretend that their PC is better than it is. They tell you they can run it on full, but what they mean is they can turn it on. They can't actively play it because it, well, frame rate drops out. Favorite beer? If I had to say, I don't know. I mean, Leffy and Guinness are fantastic, but I'll drink anything as long as it's not shit. Wing. I like German and Belgian beers, to be fair. But Guinness is fantastic. There's no beer. It comes from a tap, I don't care. Curry pies are amazing. Dude, if you had those katsu chicken pies from Greg's, they really aren't katsu chicken, they're just curry, but they're banging. They're still really good. Oh man, they're dead. Splat. Wing. Pretty weird having no dots. Never done Infinite Archive. I've run it the first time. Not sure if I should go with the Tempest build or Nature's Bounty recommendations. Whichever one you prefer. Basically, one of them is a tank, and it makes things go boom. The other one is if you took all the tanky stuff off of Nature's Bounty and turned it into a car with no seats and a NOS tank instead of a really big tank. They're both valid. Bear in mind, the Infinite Archive is quite simple, and people don't dissect this in a way enough. First of all, it scales. It's the only content in the game that inevitably scales indefinitely, and it just gets harder and harder and harder. But every piece of content you encounter has got two things. Trash pulls and bosses. What's the Infinite Archive full of? Trash pulls and bosses. So play how the fuck you want. Whatever's working for you now will be fine in here. But there are variables to consider. There are buffs and bonuses that only exist in here, so you can build towards them. But as it stands, get in. Smash stuff. You'll love it. Jose, how are we today? Dean Revamped, how you doing? Have a shout out. Welcome to the stream. Don't knock me over. Fucking Mr. Tumnus. Nothing compared to Perfect Pizza though. Oh, they were really good. Chicago Town pizzas. Fucking banging. Turtle Swatter, you know about this because you heard it in Tony's stream earlier, but we had pizza yesterday or the day before or the day before that. I don't remember which fucking day it was. It's all run into one. But the little tiny ones you get in the box, they're not tiny, but they're two small ones in a box for like a couple quid. They can be either really good or really, really bad. They go one of two ways when it goes to doing it wrong. They're either undercooked, so they're soggy as shit and full of water, or they're overcooked and they're basically brick with lava in the middle. Well, these were done perfect. They are really, really good. Tried to order some of them sausage and bean melt, but they sold out. I'm not surprised, dude. They're banging. Martial attacks increase. Don't need that. I would rather take this or this. However, I do want to clear this so I can start getting Adaptive Conqueror. I'm taking it. JD, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I agree. German beers are awesome. Belgian beer was a surprise to me. Belgian beer was a surprise? Why was it a surprise? I have family in Belgium. That is where I tried it first. I mean, granted, the first time I ever went there was the first time I went abroad, and that was only a few years ago. But still, Belgian beer's banging. Stella is a go. Stella used to be called Actor Twat. Because that's exactly what you did if you drank it. You just turn into a complete fucking baboon. It also used to be called Wife Beater because it was mostly just thick twats that beat up the missus. Fucking idiots. But, over time, and if you are experienced in alcohol, you'll probably understand this too. It feels like they've changed the recipe because now it's a bit poncier, a bit more expensive, it's a little bit stronger, and it's a less battery acid. So no, I don't mind it. I don't mind it now. I used to fucking hate it. Now it's fairly decent. As cheap beers go, it's pretty good. I didn't know what to expect from Belgian beer, and it was way better than I anticipated. Leffy, dude. Leffy or Duvel, but Duvel you have, and then you just don't leave the fucking house, because basically you have two of those, you can't walk out the fucking door. You basically have to chew that, and then you're knackered. I think I'm proud of being Belgian myself. It's the beer. I mean, I didn't know that. Damn, we'll have to find something else to like. Leffy rules, love red. So Leffy's dangerous, first of all. One, because it's banging. Really, really nice, especially in the sun, if you like sleeping for the whole day. If you've tried the blonde one, that's actually pretty good. Not too bad. Strong beer, tastes nice, you'll sleep well. The brown one, little bit stronger. Doesn't taste too much different, but it's got a massive kick to it. And the red one, ooh. Now, I know what people are thinking when you have a red beer. You're thinking, ooh, it's a bit poncy. Probably like a fruit juice. It's as dangerous as a fruit juice because it tastes really, really, really good, but it's the same strength as the rest of the stuff, so it'll knock you for 6. Really good shit. Lev Duval, my sister lives in Netherlands and gets it for me. Which one do you have? The 9% one or the original 12% one? Because they stopped shifting the good one here. We have the lower percentage one now, although Left is still 6.6. If you're blonde or dark, both of them. Both are really, really good. I prefer the dark one, but that'll give you a bigger headache. Oh shit. Devy's powerful. It is. It's a good beer. When I went to... Oh god, this is a while back now. I was in London following the Elsewhere press conference a few years back. And we went for a few drinks with a festa afterwards. And we found this dodgy little pub in the middle of fuck knows where. And they were selling Leffy on tap. I don't mean a bottle, a small bottle or a large bottle that you get from a supermarket for £500 or however much they fucking charge. They had it on tap. It's like, a pint of Leffy? Yes, please. I'll have 2. Time to get a beer out of the fridge and load it up on ESO, I guess. Pretty much, get it done. Not going to try 12%. I've had very, very strong beer, way above that. But you have to consider, it's not always just the strength, because we have some stuff in the UK that is incredibly strong, but it's paint stripper. It's actually just alcoholic stuff, rather than a nice beer that happens to be strong. If I want something really, really fucking strong, I'll either go for a spirit, which is rare, unless it's, of course, Maker's Mark or Kraken. But if I'm going to go for something really strong, I'll look for a really good stout. But in the UK, that's quite hard to find. In the US, piece of piss. Had stuff there that was like 14, 15%. Gilliam tried to get me hammered on it and realized I do actually drink. And but it depends what you're after. If it's going to be really, really strong, I'll just go for an ale or a stout or something. She gives me a 12% one. You can pick them up in
Hello there.
Amplify. You can? So those ones. Turtle Swatter, you know what I mean. The small bottle with the 12% label on it that you have 2 of and don't leave the house. Simple Her Garden's banging. You're not wrong. We do have that quite close, actually. We can pick that up here. We had some on stream not long ago, I think. Beams are sold locally around here. Very tasty. No, I had that. Mark JPVVA, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm on the Only Beams today. You know the build that has Only Beams as the main thing to it? The Jesus Beam spamming from 100%. But now everyone's shouting about how they're going to put an Arcanist Beam and a Jesus Beam together to make an Only Beams build. Like it's never been done. Fucking hell. Imagine shouting for your own validity on your own fucking platform. Is what it is. Get many Belgian beers in the UK. We do actually get quite a bit. You have to go to the right places though. We have a place in in Norwich actually called the Belgian Monk, which is actually a bit of a shit location. It's middle of the city centre, but it's where all the traffic goes, I guess. It's called the Belgian Monk, and it's full of Belgian beer. Pretty much, mostly just that. When I went to Bruges to meet some of my family a while back, I ended up in a really, really, really tiny pub, if you like, stroke restaurant next to Belfry. And it was off to the side in this little alleyway. And my cousin, who was with me at the time, he took me there. He had this book like this thick. I know you can't see what that is, but just make the screen massive and imagine it's a giant book, like the Lord of the Rings or the first ever fucking Bible. Like the book was made of like wood cover and back, and the inside was like this thick full of pages. And I'm talking hundreds of pages. I was like, ooh, they've got a lot of food. He's like, no, that's beer. You what? That's beer. And I looked at it properly. It was just page after page after page. They had a cellar downstairs twice the size of the building upstairs, full of nothing but beer. Like, oh my god. And he had this massive horn that he had to drink out of, and he stuffed it back. And he sat there, he went, I want another one. I went, how much do you weigh? He's like, you what? How much do you weigh? Why? Like, because if you have another one of those, I'm not fucking carrying you. Which is like 14, 15%. It just made his eyes nearly pop out of his fucking head. Want a stronger beer? Just add a shot of rye. I mean, that'll do it. Or just mainstream ones. No, we get all sorts, Cat. Used to work at a golf club. Only had a beam in each hand. That would be awesome. Double up on Jesus beams. We need to keep going. Mark JVVA has been streaking now with no pants for, oh my god, for 20 days. I got the wrong skill on. Fuck. Fire! By the way, in testing, yes, of course, I put a Jesus beam on a Templar. Sorry, not Jesus beam on a Templar. A Jesus beam on a Sork, and I also put a DK banner on a Sork as well. It was just fucking nuts. He's gonna be all dramatic and fly around the room even though he's dead. There's no Belgian beers. Cheers to that. Of course I do. And that's not a new thing either. My family have been in Belgium for fucking years. Just that I only went there once. I say recently. I think within the last 10. Boing! But yeah, we have all sorts. Just going to the right place to find them. We do actually have a location, which is a pub that has nothing but Belgium stuff in it. Dedicated to it. Boing. And he's dead. Hope they fix that soon. That's annoying. You can actually die and lose your life there, even though he died first. If you don't block when he lands, you're fucked. Adaptive Conqueror. Let's go. That's what we want. We want 5 of those, people. 5 of them, we're done. Like Turkish beers. We have a lot of those in Aldi's. Mind you, some of the German stuff's in Aldi's too. But not the good stuff. So I've got to try not to use my ulti now so I get the extra damage. It's not going to happen. I'm going to meteor the shit out of stuff. Still need to go a little to check the soup. Yep. Not now, though. I'm busy at the minute. They'll catch everything. I didn't see Slayer come in. How you doing, Slayer? Welcome to the stream. Okay, beers you recommend? No. What is that? No. Boing. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? Everyone in the chat tell me I'm wrong. I know you drink it because it's there, but would you buy one on purpose if you had a choice to get something else? Probably not. Drop a powerful answer. Fact. Now, I will say that Brewdog, depending on what you get, is pretty good. Generally really fucking expensive, so bollocks to it. It's all the different snazzy fucking trendy ales. Love ales, but they're too expensive and the can's too small. But their Lost Lager stuff, you can't fucking go wrong with that. At the moment, especially with the Tesco's near us, I think it's like a tenner for 10. Or something stupid like that. Or 17... No, it's £16 for 18 or some shit like that. Less than £1 a can. Banging. So QQ, all the current players, LG, ESO player, and hasn't played since Greymore. Is it worth rejoining now? 100% yes. You'll wait for the new update. You don't have to, but you can if you want. Feel like it would be lost trying to remember everything. Incorrect. First of all, you don't have to remember everything because, I mean, it will come flooding back to you anyway. And secondly, there's enough systems in the game to remind you of what you've done before, what you can do, and also the new update as well. They are going to reintroduce previous players with an introductory system, if you like, to kind of recap over stuff. So you can get in now and just familiarize yourself with whatever the fuck has been going on since you left. But if you were to come back when the new update lands, it will kind of kickstart your memory anyway. Cheap for Brewdog. It is. It's not the strong stuff, like the stronger ones where you get the tiny little ales and shit, the little pussy ales. But the Lost Lager stuff, if you go to Tesco's or anything, is cheap at the moment. I think it was 2 packs for 10 for something like 17 quid. That might have been Sainsbury's, I don't remember, but either way, it's fucking good. We've had some in the fridge, like, this week, because it was just cheap as fuck. They look like 150ml size cans. They're what, the tiny ones? Yeah, fuck the tiny ones. They're nice, but they're too small. You feel like you're being robbed. 4 half cans for 6 quid. No, fuck that.
I love winning. Drinks all around.
I understand if it was in a pub, but it's not. It's from your local fucking newsagents. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Jesus, Beam, for fuck's sake. Thank you for your activation, finally. You can buy cans with squids. Not squids, Mike! Doulas. Boing. Rosa strikes. No. That's, oh, I'm going to have to take it because I don't want to keep this here. Bollocks. Makes sense. Appreciate the feedback. You are most welcome. Get in anyway. There's loads to do. And if not, just get into the game and play Infinite Archive until it comes out. Infinite Archive is base game, by the way. And before anyone is confused about the seasonal pass and all that kind of stuff, let me explain this for you very, very simply. There are 3 different things that you can buy, okay? First of all is the game. That is version 1. That is the game. If you don't have the game, you can buy the game. And if you don't have the game right now or later, you can buy the game now or later. Okay? The game. Number 2 is the Season Pass, which will give you access to seasonal content. Just seasonal content. The other one, the big one, gives you access to all the previous chapters, all the previous classes, and the seasonal stuff. Is that better? ESO Plus still exists. That gives you content that has been before, and you get access to all that, plus your crafting bag, etc., etc., etc. That is not changing. That still stays as it is. But if you want to buy the big version, you'll get the game, all the chapters, all the classes, and the pass. So, game, just the pass, or fucking everything. Simple as that. My controller's dying. Ooh, I did post about it in Patreon, Discord, in the news channel for ESO. So if you are there, check it out. If not, it's on the website anyway. Where did I get to? They should be a free taste tester can. What, for Brewdog? Yeah, you basically pick it up, neck the fucking thing, and then go, yeah, I'll have 7. Then sell loads more. I don't want to use my ultimate fucking rip. This build is called Only Beams, by the way, because the whole point of this design of the build is to teach you to use 2 bars even when you struggle to use 2 bars. I've made it very, very simple for you on purpose. Most things are passive, except for your damage shield, which is on both bars, making it easier for you, just in case you're on the wrong bar. And, of course, it is an active ability that will constantly either be used or sat as a passive. So, you can Utilize it for its perks, or you can leave it there and it will benefit the rest of your skills. Anyway, apart from that, wall down, Jesus Beam. Even from full health. Jesus Beam. Ta-da! Anyway, very, very simple to use skill and setup. Breaking you into 2-bar builds. Or just stick to the 1-bar stuff and put 1-bar plow in the chat. Will anything change with ESO Plus? No. It's exactly the same. It's not changing at all. It's not going to confuse anyone. It's exactly the same. Still confused about that, the full thing or ESO Plus? What's the difference? Listen carefully. ESO Plus still does what it does. Gives you access to all the previous content, apart from the current year stuff, as it already does. Bag space, extra XP, obviously housing space, crowns, all that stuff still exists. It's not changing. What is happening is future content, much like there used to be a chapter as future content, instead is split up. So instead of buying a chapter, you buy a pass for that season. That's it. Now, basic pass is like buying a chapter, but it's the whole year worth. Keep an ESO Plus as well. Big one is owning all the chapters and classes and getting the pass. So instead of just accessing it and having all the perks that come with ESO Plus, you can just have it on your account forever and you don't need to worry about that. Or you can have both. It's up to you. I'm going to have both anyway because I'm not dumping a crafting bag. Fuck that. How many people in the chat, you can say hi if you haven't said hi already. How many people in the chat would still buy, I've answered this all the time, right? How many people in the chat would still buy ESO Plus if it didn't give you anything but the crafting bag? Pretty much everyone. It is one of the best perks I've ever seen for any subscription-based service. It's fucking mental. An infinite crafting bag. Where else can you get one of those in a game where you have to loot everything? The only reason I keep buying it? Yeah, me too. I don't need the DLCs and the chapters and the classes and shit because I already own the fucking things, but I'm keeping ESO Plus on 3 different platforms and 6 servers because I want the bag space. Simple as that. The only reason I got ESO Plus? Probably not, but saying that now. Yeah, you wait until the new stuff comes out. You're going to want it. Boing! Mad. The thing is, if you were going to buy crowns, right? Let's say, for example, you gave yourself a monthly allowance of a tenner on crowns. You may as well buy ESO Plus. Because for the same cost of whatever your crowns may be, for the $10 pack or £10 pack or 15 or whatever the fuck it is, you get slightly more crowns and all the access. So, pretty smart. I would inventory management without it sucks. Yeah, it does. Me, the crafting bag is elite. 100% accurate. I haven't even used any special buffs yet. Jesus Beam! Oh, for fuck's sake. Lady, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Even Die Ninjas. Vidjix is in the chat, people. How you doing, Vidjix? Welcome in. Crowns and crafting bag, don't need the other stuff. But that's what I mean. If you didn't have anything at all, but you just had the crafting bag, would you have it? Pretty much 99% of people do. Agree with it or would have it. Whee! Last and harm. Again, I don't need this. I'm going to take some defensive bonuses because this... No, I'm not. I'm chasing this side. Fuck it. Look at my board so far. It's pants. This is okay. That's fucking useless. I've got no ice damage. That's useless. I've got no physical damage. That's useless. I've got no single target damage over time that sticks apart from status effects. And 12% of 4 seconds is fucking useless. And then martial crit chance, which is also useless again unless I do any martial crit stuff, which I'm not likely to do unless I'm the werewolf. So basically, 2 of these buffs are useful, and the rest is all shit. Andrea, you want to start again? You getting crap too? Let's get the fuck out of here. What shit run? 6 buffs, fuck all squared. Reset. I don't normally do this on stream, but it's Saturday, and that's my excuse. That's it. Everyone else is welcome to use that excuse once, but at least know where you got it from. Reset. Leave. What a crap run. And we splattered a dragon as well. I had 1 buff that was useful out of 6. Statistically, that's shit. Basically. Sorry, really shit. Infinite in the chat if you want the guide for this particular location, by the way. This is base game. What are your thoughts on subclasses? Thoughts is a broad question. It's not really a question, it's more of a trendy term. Ask me what you really mean. Because otherwise I've got to write an essay with my face. I can answer questions, but be less broad. Short version, put YouTube in the chat. There's 2 videos on it. Last time I had a bug with that dragon, Latvilan or something, I just fell through the platform and lost life. RIP. Latvilan is horrible. I don't even... It's hard to just say thoughts quickly when I've got loads and loads of chat, so I want to get closer to the actual question you mean. Bear in mind, I did actually personally test it. Very few people did, but I did. But just under a week. Read that already. Caught up. Excellent. I caught up with the chat. Can you believe it? Where the fuck is Adrea? And then he went through the door. Also, welcome to the stream. Most people say hi. Boing, boing. I mean, the short answer is fucking amazing. But I'm sure you have a more specific question. Adrea, let's go. Let's go. Also, Lebanon's busted. You're my go-to for PvE content. Thanks for the work you do. You are most welcome, and thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Welcome in, by the way. Don't do that. We reset because the run was poo-poo. I keep trying to throw spears, but I'm on the wrong build, so I can't because I don't have any. This is a very, 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 very simple to use 2-bar build, teaching you how to break into 2-bar builds if you are not used to anything other than 1. If you would like to. You do not have to, you're not forced to. If you want a 1-bar build, put 1-bar pla in the chat. If you want a very active 2-bar build, put off balance in the chat. But if you wanted to get involved in this one, it's called Only Beams. It is designed just to use mostly the Jesus beam. From 100% health on purpose. Not just for the sake of being awkward. I've built it so it's strong. Anyway, you use basically 2 skills. Yes, of course, you keep up your flare, and you can use your resistance buff if you want to. But essentially, it's wall on the ground, swap, Jesus beam, Jesus beam, Jesus beam, Jesus beam. Why aren't items from crates not even shown under the collection as unlocked? Would be cool if they're able to see what's where. Well, if you have feedback like that, send it to Zos. If you go into the game, go to the help menu and press feedback, you can offer that as feedback directly to them, and they will be able to pick it up. Why they don't, that's a different thing entirely, because I'm not Zos. Do you think it's actually going to make a big difference? Yes. Personally, I think using one Bar Status Pro build a few months ago, I love it. I was wondering if you would, if it would be worth subclassing to that. So, specific builds and what I will do with them is still yet to be seen and or decided or designed or whatever. Because obviously it's not live yet. I have tested it, I have messed with that stuff too. So, no, not too many spoilers. The short version is, they've made it in such a way that you may not want to change. But the options are there if you want to. And some of the options and combinations that you can come up with now, having that as a choice, fucking bonkers. Really fucking fun. So you might want to, or you might not. It becomes a preference, and that's what they're really aiming for. They're aiming at people to make choices and to customize as much as they want, kind of removing some of the constraints that they already had. Actual builds will be updated, but what's going to be updated and when, I can't tell you that until it goes officially live, because otherwise things might change. But keep an eye on the channel, you'll know soon. Love how when your builds are focused, have more purpose in groups or alone, however you've designed it. Thank you. Someone understood the purpose of the design of the builds. Yes, they're designed to be accessible for everyone. They're designed to be capable of all content. They're designed to slot into any group and in any combination. You got it. Thank you, Soulkeeper. Can't wait for the subclass builds, already theorizing like a madman in the corner. I got to test it. I can tell you, my brain exploded when I got the email. It went mental when I got to play it. And it's going to go even more mad when PTS happens on Monday. So, I feel your pain, believe me. My workload just quadrupled. And some. Idea of subclasses is cool, but the skills from the other classes won't benefit you on your own class passives. Yes, they will. You have to consider which ones will work with which. For example, I mean, again, that sounded like it was a leading statement rather than a question. I'll answer it as a question. It will. So what you need to consider is things like Arcanist increase status chance and damage alongside, let's say, Warden ice status. They stack. They're intended to. It's not only Warden stuff or only Arcanist stuff. You have to read the skills and the passives or sub-passives or whatever. They can interlock. That's the point. It's a case of being smart about it or just slapping on whatever you like to look on. We'll be streaming on PTS on Monday. I never tell people what I'm actually going to do. You have to kind of turn up. Yes. The struggle moving the status pro, I've always used a stand blade, dual wield, and bow, or dual wield and two-handed. To switch to a mag blade was definitely a learning curve. Hopefully it wasn't too difficult, because that was designed to be quite easy, and I know it's really abnormal just using one fucking skill, spamming it over and over and over, but it just fucking works. Hi Tashnor, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. No Xynode makes builds for all content and all skill levels. Correct. I'm capable of learning at all times. Excellent. That's the thing. That's the exciting part about MMOs, if you like them for their intended design, and that's that they are intended to evolve. And it's about keeping up or adapting, and that is the one thing that I really fucking enjoy. Unlike some people that go, oh my god, they broke my build on purpose. You're not that important. The sooner something is completely fucked, like if one of my builds gets completely destroyed because of a change, for example, if the lazy sort right now completely did not fucking function at all, this happens. I click these really loud, I rub my hands together, and I get to work. I enjoy that shit. That's the challenge. Finding out what else you can do to make whatever it is you want to do function or work in a similar or better way. Thank you. You are welcome. Was not aware was getting the passive with them too. Yes, the skill lines that you get the passives, the ultimates, and the skills. You get all of them. People may be trying to misinform that because they're trying to either shout things they don't know and make it sound like it's real, or they've misunderstood. Did my first archive? Yes! How did you get on? You drop one class with the skill lines and get the entire skill line from the other class, including the passives. Correct. And they're not nerfed or altered. They are exactly as seen on other classes. They're exactly the same. Wasn't hard to use, just struggling to remember I don't need to stand basically inside the enemy anymore. Oh, you mean because of the range instead of melee based? Yeah, that's different. The good thing is, obviously, that means you can work better in more mechanics, because when you go really, really far away, you no longer miss trying to swing and can't reach. Died 5 times, doesn't matter. Everybody dies in the Infinite Archive. That's the outcome. Unless you quit, everybody dies. You have to. You can't not die in there. If you stay as long as you can, and you never quit or you never give up your run, your leaving or your exiting is based on you running out of lives. Prey and Dojic Prey will stack for Sacrificial Bone Blast Ultimate Pet Build. Wait until update 46 hits PTS on Monday before you can test all the stuff and things, but I can tell you what I have tested from experience so far on their internal servers. We can go over a lot of this. It's going to take me a bloody long time, so if you watch the previous VOD on YouTube, put YouTube in the chat, I go over things in more detail there. But failing that, there is a short 5-minute video on my channel as to what you can expect. But let's just say, for example, Gravelord, the damage over time bonus. So this particular build, using Gravelords as passives, allowed it to have a huge damage over time benefit, which pushed Jesus Beam even fucking further. So it can get really, really stupid. But you have to sacrifice the game. So you're always going to lose something in return. Keep forgetting I need to be within melee range to get the most out of Merciless Resolve. You do, but I leave it until I need it for an emergency. Went with a random guy who was wanting a group. Excellent! So you got a friend as well? Banging. What arc did you get to? Not that it matters, because it's luck at the end of the day, but I want to see how much of it you enjoyed. Also, did you get any really shit bosses? The end? You got to the end. There is no end. It's infinite. That's why it's called infinite. Now, you can get to the end of that current arc boss. That's something you can do. I.e. throw at. But there is no end to Infinite Archive officially. Can you not? 97k. What the shit was that? Like 72k score. So arc 3 or so? I don't know what it is. Jesse, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Giant Twitch ninjas. Here's a button. The ninjas. Had to do the first time. Did it go solo or with a group? Any advice? Yes, put infinite in the chat. There's a whole guide there. The biggest guide on my channel. What's the furthest you've gone in the archive? Solo or in a group? By the way, both answers to that is I don't know. I've been in here for a year. I've never really had any proper overall sweaty runs where I've just full-on focused. Generally speaking, I always leave. Jesse with a resub. 58 months on the bounce. You must like it here. Thank you very, very much indeed. You're an absolute legend. Where is my sub goal? That should be there. Manage goals. Oh, I must have turned it off when I put the thingy on. I did turn it off. What a lunatic. There's something to aim for. I hope you're rich. Ambitious as fuck, but I do this for a living. Why not? Still working on beating Arc 4 to get to throw out, but I just got unlucky. It happens. Luck is a huge factor. You might get really shit bosses and you have an easy time. You might get a really shit boss but have shit buffs and have a really difficult time. You might get really difficult bosses and have really good buffs and splat it. It varies so much. Necrotic Strikes. Yes, please. 20% increase to Jesus Beam. Don't you just hate it when your phone runs out of battery while you're watching Zai stream and you have to run and find a charger? Yes. Infinite. Yes. Put exclamation point infinite. Solo, I'd have no idea. I went to like round... I think I was on 11 or so before I fucking quit. I still had 4 lives left. Hello Zai Ninjas. Please send Pirate Boot to save me from the 4-year-old birthday party and the they are savages. I mean... You've had enough kids in the past to know this, but welcome to the Tiny Kids Club again, because happy birthday to the kid! Super near the beginning when I figured out what I was supposed to do. The good thing is, dude, it's your content. Nobody fucking cares. Don't worry about what other people say. Get in there and splat stuff. Have fun. I mean, we just reset our run. So, I mean, to the outside looking in, you finished on Arc 2. That person can't get past Arc 1, by the way, just saying. And that's not a bad thing, because most people can't. But we quit because it was a shit run, so we start again. Ninja Monkey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Bit and cake in the chat for Ninjacus Maximus. If you didn't know who Ninja Monkey was, well, you need to follow him, otherwise you're going to get run over by a pink rhinoceros. I don't make the rules, I just let you know what they are. Did what the guy was doing. Just flat stuff. Basically, the short version is, look up my YouTube video. No, I'll explain. So, there are multiple different cycles and multiple different arcs, or rounds. So basically, you've got 2 rounds in a boss, 2 rounds in a boss, 2 rounds in a boss, multiple times. That is a cycle. 2 rounds, 1 boss, that's a cycle. You'll have multiple cycles in an arc, technically 5, where the 5th boss is the arc boss. Then, that's arc 1 complete. So 5 cycles in 1 arc, done. Now your next one, the difficulty goes up. At the end of that arc, the difficulty goes up again and again and again. It's base game, there's no vet or normal, it's the same for everyone. You can go in here at level 2. Just travel to it. Really, really simple, anyone can do it. Solo or group, go as far as you can, and then that's it. Start again. Loads of stuff to unlock, different every single fucking time. The only content that actually has variety outside of its basic structure. It changes all the time. Like this particular fight here, this room could be a different room next time at the same level. It could be different enemies, it could be different buffs and bonuses, it can always be different. It's the only thing that actually has solid replayability outside of you trying to just beat your own score. It's brilliant. And again, it's the only content in the game that actively scales up indefinitely. Everything else either is normal, vet, or hard mode. That's it. Hades, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You want a ninja button? There you go. Savages, indeed. Everyone put beer and cake in the chat. It's Ravicus Maximus's grandchildren's birthday. That was hard to say. Do I need to repair? Slightly. Use a special buff. Oh, Zaj Hassan! Cop this, motherfucker. Jesus Beam. Give a button for beer and cakes. Nice! I'm not changing scales, I'm just gonna stay on beam. Yes, dead. So that was the boss. That's the end of 1 cycle. Oh man. I don't want this, but I'm gonna have to take it. Do I want this? People in the chat, this is not rhetorical, this is a direct question. 1 or 3? Bear in mind, I want to chase this side to get extra stuff for the Jesus Beam, and that's not relevant, but that might come up again. However, this is on the ground, and it's really nasty. 1 or 3?
I love winnings.
I can see people put 1 in the chat because they want me to chase focused efforts. I don't need focused efforts, I need adaptive conqueror. Same line, though. 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. Sounds like a fucking code, doesn't it? Okay, so mostly 1. Lava! 3, 6, 7 3s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 1s. It's a draw. Are you serious? Lava for the win. That counts as 2. I'm putting 1 in the chat because I love Juffy. We're still even. We're still even. 3's winning. No, we're still even again. It's a difficult choice, isn't it? 3-3. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, 3 wins. So if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. That was very even, though. It's interesting to see how many people would go one way or the other. Literally almost 50-50. It's a tricky one, because if Ferocious Strikes come back up again, that would be a waste of a buff, because I don't really fucking want it. But if it doesn't, I mean, that's going to be handy, because then I can chase Adaptive Conqueror. Yes, I know, Focused Efforts is great, and I will obviously get it as soon as it appears, if it appears, but it's not a massive benefit to this build. What is flat increase to damage. So, damage over time, crit chance, crit damage, magical damage, and flat, so Adaptive Conqueror. Focused Efforts is nice, but we're not built on loads of status, we're built on just raw Jesus Beam. As you can see there, splats. So I'm getting back into the game. Is Keeper Arcanist build still viable? Yes. Yes, it is. So what do these buffs do in the archive? There's a lot of different buffs. If you put Infinite in the chat, not only is there a video there, but there's also a written guide in the description. Click there. There's a whole list of every single buff and bonus in the Infinite Archive and what it does. Guild Superiority, yes please. Every single round, which is a trash round, has a verse. Okay, so what that is a temporary buff that you have for the next round. Every single boss fight has a vision, which is a permanent buff for that particular Infinite Archive run. You keep it throughout until you end, and then you lose it. You get good gear. Good is subjective. There are class sets in here that don't belong anywhere else in the game. I say don't belong, you can't get them any other way. That's the first time they ever introduced class unique sets. There are currently 2 for each class. We're waiting for a 3rd. Also, every week it rotates particular overland set, including DLC stuff. So you can actually farm overland stuff in here without even leaving. So, yes. Remember, there are over 650 sets now. There were 657 before update 45, and that is a fuck ton more. Crap commercial, didn't hear, rip. Get an ad. Get an ad. Get a sub. It's easy. Spend a $5. Where the fuck am I going? Here. I answered you ages ago, Prop. Someone tag Prop and say yes. There you go, I answered the question. Did I use a special buff? No. Give me something good. Cold Blast? Oh my god. Thank you, mate. You're welcome. Do not use any direct damage when you are facing Thrower inside the bubble, because if you do, each time she'll spawn a ball. Now, you can dodge roll that, and it's perfectly fine, but what you need to do is use channeled stuff. If you're using a channel from a heavy attack from a lightning staff or a resto staff, just don't finish the heavy, and you won't do the pop at the end. If you're using a Jesus beam or an Arcanist beam, just don't do a light attack, and you'll be absolutely fine. Anything else, just make sure that while you are damaging her, you dodge roll the orbs. Or just leave it. Same commercial start as soon as I asked the question. Rip. What was the question? Your question was an obvious answer. That was, what do the buffs and bonuses do? I'm not going to explain, like, over 70 buffs on stream, but there is a link for Infinite Archive, and the written guide is in that description. Oh, man. Shit buffs. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Boss damage. More damage. Or extended favor. Taking that. If only there are ways to keep you from having to watch ads on Twitch, right? Imagine there was Twitch Turbo or subs. Imagine those things existed. Then you wouldn't get adverts. Then his OnlyFans page. Dear oh dear. And the bot. Look at the timing of that. Subscribe to the channel for no adverts and cool emojis. You can do it too. Thank you for the link. Remember, that particular video is a very in-depth guide for the Infinite Archive, going over multiple different bosses. Obviously, not all of them are there because the Infinite Archive has been upgraded in the last year, and more stuff has been added. You can't edit a video in the past and update it for the future. You literally have to make a new video. So if it's not there, it's in the written guide. But the written guide also has a list of every single buff and bonus available with their descriptions intact. So that should help. Ira Valkyrie has just dropped a gifted sub on Aaron Gregg. Thank you very much indeed for the sub. Massively appreciate a bit of cake in the chat. 541 of 1,000. Let's fucking go, people. Finally got our announcement. Finally ditching the mid-patch blues. Let's make it count. Thank you very much. You are most welcome. Funny if you think about it, Fiverr is half an iced white mocha with sweet cream, cold foam, and caramel drizzle. Starbucks. That is why I don't go to Starbucks, because they over describe their food and drinks, and it makes me want to puke. And here you lose calories for laughing and stay clear of diabetes because Zai is so sour. All the salt. It's right. It's cheaper. Do you want a tall cup of coffee? Yes. Why is it so small? Because that's what we call tall. Ah, so you're wrong and expensive. Got it. Yum. There's always one. It's bad for you. As if you got magical madness in this round. What the fuck? That's way too early. Beat down. Don't need it. I'll take that. I'll take the extra health for survival just in case. Oh, we're on a boss. I don't need it. That was a waste. Never mind. Captain Blackheart. Won't be a problem. Oh my god, I got Swift Gale as well. Is that a coffee or a dessert? Fucking, it's not. It's just a big, big bowl of diabetes put in a cup. And it's super special coffee at Starbucks into Google to make a point, and it was what AI came up with. Yeah, it's probably healthier from AI as well. Last and harm. That sucks. Single target damage over time effect duration is increased by 12% per stack. Not doing any. Ugh. Mitigation. Pants. Dude, this is a better run, but it's not great. This is good, the Thump and Thaumaturge. So that's directly for the Jesus Beam, alongside this, actually. So, not mad at that. Like my coffee with coffee. Me too. You want a coffee? Yes, please. What flavor? Coffee flavor! Fucking hell. I try not to be that mad. Costa nail it. They know what we're having before we walk in the building. They're like, yeah, we saw your car. Here's your coffee. Woohoo! Nice! That's not a joke. They do that. It's really fucking cool. I feel like the red carpet was rolled out. They look really worried when you take too long. They're like, oh, damn. Are they going to change their mind today? Fuck, we already did it. Didn't change my mind. It's fine. As you know, most yummy things. That word's gross. Things are bad for you. Most things that are really, really nice. Yeah. I don't have Starbucks very often. Like maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Just don't. Just don't have it at all. We brought the red carpet for you. That is. They did. They did indeed. It was mega. Like, okay. We ordered. Like, yeah, we knew that. And then they drop them on the tray. Gonna go have a good night. Gravy, thank you for watching. Massively appreciate being cake in the chat. I've got class embodiment, which means the Jesus Beam is phenomenally strong. Oh, fucking hell. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah, he's not even debuffed. Yuck. 124k. Blech. Yes, I've tried that with Gravelord passives for extra damage over time, and I can tell you now, from testing so far, that was bonkers. That may alter over time, obviously, because the patch is still yet to land, and PTS cycle is, listen to this carefully, public test server cycle, where you get to test stuff that might change. The intention is to release that, but they need to test it along the way first in order to make sure everything is where they want it. So far, they're very happy with the balancing of subclassing, but obviously there might be some underlined or outliers, pieces of passives, bonuses, skills, mechanics, whatever, towards certain things that may not line up with what they intend on, and it's easier to get players messing around with that outside of their QA stuff, because some people might try to break things that they haven't considered yet. They are not naive or ego enough to consider that while they've got an amazing fucking QA team, that other people won't try something that they might have missed. So that's what the public test server is for. See what happens when the players get hold of it. Doesn't mean it's definitely that way, although the guideline, but things could change. More boss damage? No, I'll take this. Why did I do that? More boss damage is only going to be a very specific use. It's only going to be per boss. This, however, that is all the time. So 75% increase to my glyphs. So now I have a stronger flame glyph, which is meh. Obviously the enemies scale up, so that doesn't really make too much of a difference. But this does. 791 extra weapon and spell damage now just for leaving my wall on the floor. So wall, Jesus beam, everything. Easy. While it's nice to splat bosses, most people die on the trash rounds. Spellfucker! He's nearly down. Thank you for the follow. Uh-oh, we've got someone in the room. It is Waterboy! There he is. Yes, all the Marauders do have specific names. He is obviously called Marauderer Ulmor, or Ulmar, whatever you want to call him, but we actually call him Waterboy because he does water stuff. It makes perfect sense if you give them a more derogative name or something that is mildly comical in order to make yourself feel better about going against something horrendously fucking dangerous. So there's 5 Marauders. One of them is called Waterboy. The other one is called Windy Bollocks. Then you've got fucking McForearms. And then you've also got Juffy, which is the giant werewolf, which is like a big fluffy Jeff. And then there's also Horny McFuckball, who is the giant Minotaur with giant damage shields, which are completely unfucking necessary because he's already hard as fuck. Anyway, they've all got names. And it's much, much easier to say fucking McForearms than it is to say Dorfmal. Because nobody wants to talk in fucking tongues. And nobody wants to swallow their tongue trying to say his bloody name. Do you think they would ever let you swap out racial passives even eventually, or would that break the game? I mean, it wouldn't break the game, but there wouldn't be any point in it since they've already got race swap. Which is a very weird thing for a game to do. You can't change your job, but you can change your race. Go figure. However, now you can change your job because you can mix it up a little bit. McForearms is a dick, 100%. Never say never, but at the moment we have to kind of consider what we are going to get rather than complain about the stuff we don't have. And that's humans want more. Remember when I said that earlier? Like, people are never fucking happy. We're getting a massive, massive addition to the game and its base game. I know there's a seasonal pass to content, but the subclassing, listen carefully, the subclass feature is base game. So listen to that. That is a massive, massive addition to the game. Let's get that first before we worry about everything else. Dude, you're going to love it. From experience, you are going to love it. Boing! Let's go. Always kill the Bone Colossus because he does a big stomp on the ground and it does hit behind him as well. If you're standing behind him, you'll still get fucked. It's horrible. Horrible. Read that already. None of these are useful to me. Give me something good. Archival weaponry. It's going to boost wall of elements. That will actually hit quite hard, to be fair, because it is boosted by 2 of my other sets. Technically 3. 10k. That'll work. It's gonna be quite high, actually. I've got Narayan F. 22k a tick from Wall of Elements. What the fuck? Okay, I stand corrected. It's mega. $25k a tick. Shit. Jesus Beam just did a massive... I don't know what that was. 117 or some shit. We're getting the good buffs. We're going for the highest Jesus Beam we can get. Lethal Sorcery. Crit chance increased. Jesus Beam does more crits. Yes! Taking it. Really good bonus alongside this one. Happy days. Walkies! It wouldn't matter to me, but if they did that or not, because I enjoy what they put in the game, fair. Flame Chopper. Get rid of him. And the Imp. Tanks out there. You want to know how to be a better tank in the Infinite Archive? Pull the Imps first. Doesn't matter what's in the room, unless it's a Marauder. Grab those fucking Imps. They will delete your squishy DPS helper. You'll be all on your own going, what are you dead for? It's your fault they're dead. Dodge rolling that particular heavy attack is very, very tricky because it is really mistimed. It's fucked. Julia, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Magical Madness, let's go. It'll be fun. Revicus Maximus with the chicken attack. Rev, I know you lurk sometimes and I know you jump in and out, but have you seen the news? Have you seen the stuff and things? Did you read about what I tested? Yeah, I have to keep dropping that one because that's a big fucking privilege and I'm so happy about it. There's a video on YouTube if you haven't seen already. Subclassing is a thing, and I've got a quick video explaining how it works. Go, you good thing? 68 months. He's been here before. Once or twice, all the way from Upside Down Land. Thank you very much indeed for the resub. Beer and cake in the chat. We've got a new Dragonborn. Get him dead. You know the rules. People to fight still again from scratch. If you kill the Dragonborn, you will take their place of stream. I have to kill you instead. You listen. Patriot. Not yet, but I will. Do put YouTube in the chat. Look at the most recent videos. One of them several hours long. Technically 2. That's me talking about it on the first stream since the announcement. But the one before it is 5 minutes long. It's on the main dashboard. Watch it. Subclassing is here. Yes. And I have tried it, and it is glorious. PTS lands Monday. Yes, I put Leech and Strikes and Crit Surge together. And with Living Dark. Lazy Sort can't die. Are they happy with it? Yes. Are they mad that people might be too OP? No. They want you to play however the fuck you want. They're obviously doing slight balance and alterations to bits and pieces with skills and stuff. We'll know more about that on Monday, obviously, because I played a much older build. But it's going to be banging. You swap an entire class skill line for another entire class skill line. I.e. with the passives, with the ultimate, the fucking lot. And no, it's not a weaker version. It's exactly the same. So you can do whatever the fuck you want. There's more into that, obviously, but that's all in the video. Enjoy. Now, obviously, they'll elaborate more on that once the PTS lands, because then we'll get a clear view of what they're actually doing, pushing forward since that particular version that I tried. But it's going to be fucking mega. I wonder if we'll add more single skill lines now with a multi-class feature, like a Bard skill line praying. Well, I think Bard skill line would come under kind of guild or weapon skill line, so I don't see why not over time, but at the moment, one thing at a time. Let's get this first. Love ESO so much. I played it on everything and also the full research for crafting. Nice. It's funny because people are like, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead, it's 10 years, it's 11 years, it's dead, it's dead. You do realize that they just solidified its fucking survivability by another 10 years at least. Fucking banging. They're not going anywhere.
I love winning. Drinks all around.
They're hanging by a thread. They're in maintenance mode. Yeah, full doesn't mean maintenance mode, by the way. You know the Cyrodiil test where they gave you extra AP to try a new theory? Where they wanted to test out their ideas for potentially altering Cyrodiil over time. You know their test? Yeah, they had the server 3 times busier than it ever has been on that particular campaign. They opened up the floodgates and they were filled. You can't get that on a dead game. What happens on the dead game is tumbleweed. That's it. Like I've seen so many people playing now, I feel like some people want this game to fail. Like, why? They don't. They just want to appear relevant in front of their pretend peers. Time to self-dragon slay. Self-dragons. I think Rev is going to do a thing. Hello, mate. He did do a thing. Woo! Get ready for this, people. Listen very carefully to this. First of all, dead Dragonborn. Secondly, thank you very fucking much. And finally, if you kill the Dragonborn, you'll take their place of stream. I have to kill you instead. If you got a gifted sub, say thank you to the gifter. Revicus Maximus, top of the leaderboard for gifted subs, by the way. No contest. Is at 4,040. 4,040 gifted subs. Imagine being that horrible to your audience all the time because Facebook said so and made it all up by themselves that someone is willing to donate 4,040 gifted subs on the channel. That is fucking bonkers. Say thank you in the chat. I'm also pressing this button. Yes! Thank you very much. Mate, hope you're well and healthy. I'm getting the what? Getting achievements in game. ESO good for MMO for this. Yes, of course it is. But what you need to consider before you even get in the door, before anyone tries to force you to believe false things, ESO is different to any other MMO you will play. It is not a linear or vertical progression structure. It is horizontal. Anyone can play with anyone at any time in any content. There are levels up until champion point. After you get past those levels, to get to champion points, the only difference is veteran difficulty opens up. So you can do normal or vet. There's a lot more in it than that. Put YouTube in the chat. There's a shit ton of beginner's guides. Look there first. Don't look for builds. It's going to confuse you. Builds are irrelevant until you get champion points anyway, because you're going to out-level your gear. But take your time, don't power level, it won't help you. It's skill-based, not level-based. Thotin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Revicus Maximus is mega. We've got Rev and Rav, they're both mega. Madness? Madness, I tell you, it is indeed. Special buff, give me something good. Is this the second one? Oh, it is. I don't even need the heavy attacks. It doesn't do shit on this build. I need it for resource management, of course, but my resource management is not a problem. I'm not going to run out. Can't see. Don't light attack. Not when he's in the bubble. Don't light attack when he's in the bubble. Ooh, get that. Where the fuck is he? Ah, there you are. Dre killed it with his circle of fire. Yes, I'm just using Jesus Beam. That's the point of the build. It's not just spamming it for the sake of it and pretending it works. It's built to work. It's incredibly strong from 0% health. From 100% health, even. For now. More shit. Don't want lasting harm. Don't want that either. I don't need recovery. Fuck. Gotta chase a useless buff. Only beams. With an S on the end, dude. What do you think of the craftable set twice born star? What do I think of it? I think it hasn't changed in 10 years. You're trying to make me rate a set. There's over 650 sets in the game. We're going to be here for a very long time. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, then use something else. However, there are perks you can take advantage of on Patreon. If you want me to look at your build personally, or look at how you play, or try to adjust the way that you do things in order to make you better, or you just want to chat with the streamer, there's a perk called a 1-to-1 available. Failing that, if you want personal build videos, a personal YouTube video just for you based on a brief, I can work my magic and make that happen. That also exists, but that's fucking expensive. I basically put as much work into those videos as I do a regular YouTube build video, but I make it personal to you. I think we found the beer choice at the end was neck oil. Good choice. Forgot about that one.
Drinks all around.
Okay, as far as UK stuff is concerned, I'll allow that one. Good choice. You have to go to the right pubs, though, because some of them water it down. We can actually get that quite close to here. In fact, I might have one tomorrow. Treat myself. Put Patreon or support or coffee in the chat. If anything moves on those bars, I'm getting a beer tomorrow. Example of personal or custom build. Yep, Mike bought one a while back and he hasn't regretted it at all. He's shared the shit out of that. Bear in mind, the video that is made just for you is an unlisted video, so nobody can search it. But you can share it with your friends if you want. Only people that have been given the link can use it. Just outside Cambridge, plenty of pubs have it on tap. Here's a nice session drink. We're not far from Cambridge, to be fair. And yeah, you have good stuff. We have lots of shit pubs. I mean, to be fair, most of the time here, you're going to get shit beer in a fight. But there's a couple of good ones. You good? Choking. It wasn't a joke. Got a drop. Have a good stream, everyone. Thank you very much. Patreon link, thank you very much indeed. Just died a little? Slightly. As long as it's not a full-on death. Brewmaster, can I nuke him before it happens? Oh, he's going. He's fucked. Not a chance. Shit. Can't use Jesus Beam from 100% health. You can if you build for it. You have to be smart, though. Did you just say you're intelligent? I'm not going to say that to you, because obviously you don't know what anything other than dick is. Just the guy with that voice, that's all. I was talking to him at the back. He's left now. I think that's awesome that you do those kind of videos. Personal build videos and personal look at your builds. Yep. I also do it for Conan and other stuff as well. It's not restricted to ESO, but the ESO and Conan stuff's been mad. Actually, Rabs had about 4 different personal videos for Conan regarding how to do certain things, how to help himself get better at the game, all this kind of stuff. So one-to-ones are obviously cheaper than that, but a personal build video, which is sort of produced for YouTube, but individually, people buy those a lot. Patriot with 100 bits. Sounds like a movie. Thank you very much indeed. Did anyone else see Patriot with 100 bits? Good one. Only on Twitch TV. Oh! Biz? Yes! Turtle Swatter just dropped a generous $10 on the chat. Neck oil it is tomorrow. It's happening. Thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciated. Everyone say legend in the chat and put beer next to it. I think that's awesome. No, I read that one already. Just a little death, not a full one. Okay, good. I didn't even use a special buff. Probably should. Oh my god, I've got Swift Gale and didn't realise. Legend with beer. Excellent. Turtle Swat keeping us drunk and fed. I mean, those are the two things you need above all. Necrotic support. Yes, because that'll give me resources and health. Oh, fuck my life. I'm taking this. I should have loads of pen now, actually. 10k. 10.9k. Up the beers. Yes, yes! I don't have a beer button. I'm gonna have to do this or something. There's a pizza this week, didn't I? Thank you very much. We got Chicago Town pizza. They were banging. Dude, they're just melting. Wall down. Beam. They're debuffed. That's 19k pen between us. Nearly 20. Now, obviously, some Infinite Archive enemies do have more than the standard 18.200. But, or 18200. There's no point. This is a comment. But, for the most part, it's just going to shred them. 125k Jesus Beam. 123. What the shit, indeed. Wow. Imagine an easy build. And you can't even get told off for this one. By the way, first of all, if anyone tells you off for using the 1-bar build, fuck them, it's not their game. And secondly, this is 2-bar. Yeah, can't bring that, it's shit. No, I've got 2. Yeah. Now make the excuse of who it came from, and that's why. Boing. Show people what your agenda really is. If it works, it works. Oh, fucking Lightbringer is in front. No, he's not. Rip. How dare you? Stun him, stun him, stun him. Or don't. I'm not going to interrupt him because I'm just going to let him do his thing. He was protected, dude. I don't know why. That's the wrong button. The good thing is, if you want to give them a bit of a starter, you actually walk in, hit them with a shield, and then Jesus Beam them. They're already low health. So you're protected on the way in, and they're lower, so you start doing more damage quicker. Imagine. Draw. Shield. Dead. Almost dead. Redonkulous. Boing. Right. Archival Weaponry. Yes, please. That will give Wall of Elements a massive bonus without even having the glyph on. It will push it to a substantial amount more than it is normally. That's just 6.1. Once you've got the glyph on, that will be around 8 to 9k. It's going to be nuts. Made Laser Stalk build and it melts stuff. I get 40 to 50k crit with heavy attacks. Thank you for the build. Dude, keep looking. You'll get much, much higher than that. Much higher. I'll go over 100k depending on buffs and bonuses present. And also, you are welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm not going to get in the way of that. Melty, melty. What's the issue with 1-bar? It's so effective. Stupid people and being jealous of you being able to do the same content as them with less effort is the way they look at it. You may be putting in just as much effort. It's just the skill level's different. Boing. Yes, that does actually make sense, but stupid people won't get it. They go, well, how are you putting more effort with a 1-bar than a 2? Because to them, it may be very, very fucking stressful. Elitism, correct. Gatekeeping, which is why we've now got new content coming with a fucking great wall in a way that you get to knock down as a metaphor. Fact. Crit chance for martial attacks. Not using any. Should have got the defensive one. But this now means that this particular buff here, resistance buff, lasts me a minute. Banging. Less button pressing now. Same effectiveness, less button pressing, more time doing damage. So my buffs are still there, but they are now easier to maintain, and I can spend more time splatting stuff. That wall thingy looks cool. Yes, it does. It's a really good idea. Getting everyone together. Do know what that means, right? You know how many people are going to find new fucking friends while they all try to beat up the wall in public? It's going to be mega. Oh, I don't know how to find players. Join that shit, have a look around, talk to people, splat the wall. Make friends along the way, do guild stuff, do group stuff, go and do other stuff afterwards. That is how you bring the community together. Rather than separating them by listening to Facebook. Boing. Looking forward to new build options. There's a metric fuck ton already. There's already too many for people to try. There's too many for any one human or group of humans to test within their lifetime. Based on all the small and large variables. Now they've just blown that up completely. Crazy. So much fun. Jesus being my way to victory. Splat. June when it officially releases, correct. 2nd of June for PC, 18th of June for console. If you put website in the chat, just press on the news article. Everything you need to know is there. There's a few quick links, a couple of snippets of information, a video that I've put out already, Zos's actual announcement video, and of course the link with the dates on it. Don't have time to theorize? Oh, I don't want to waste time theorizing. I want to do the practical, which is why I can't wait for PTS to happen on Monday. I've already tested internally with their original model, or one of their early models if you like, but the PTS version is a more accurate towards release version if you like. So looking forward to that. I don't sit there and think, I do. Thinking's already happening at the same time. People are still saying they eventually will be reduced to the few meta. How is few and the M word put in the same sentence? Either one or it's not, or better or it's not. Or if everything is in a box over here, it's like, this is our box. Come on, man. So the gatekeepers haven't given up. Of course they haven't given up, but they're going to have to, because there's nothing they can do about it. The more people try stuff out, the less ways they've got to stop you. And again, it's always people that you're not playing with that try to tell you how to play. It's backseating at its best. Oh, you've got the fucking buff, not me. Rich even said this in one of the interviews, and this is one that I was part of. So I'll try and I'll try and repeat this as accurate as possible without misquoting. But the ESO Direct that you saw, I saw the same thing when it went live, obviously, but I got to see it 2 days beforehand. That's my perk. After testing all the content, I got to see it 2 days before, so I was prepped for it for when we get to do this stuff. In that particular session, we also got a Q&A section where we got to ask questions. And people started shouting about this, that, and the other, best, blah, 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 blah. Rich's words, if I can get this correct, was saying that there are select people or individuals or group of individuals that like to push a best in this game. And while they think that there is a best, they're kind of wrong. There's always another way. Now, that's a loose translation, but that's as accurate as I can be based on what he said. So, if the game director that delivers this to you is going to say that, that should hold a fuck ton more weight than someone that doesn't make the game. Arguing with someone that made your tools for you is dumb. They know how that hammer works. Banging it on your head is incorrect, although it will probably be useful for most people. That's not just some random dude on YouTube. Correct. It's the frigging game director, yeah. The one that delivers all this stuff to you. Presses a green light and all the rest of it. Once more for those in the back. Boom. Indeed. He tried not to make it an argument, but he stated clearly that although a select few try to push a best, they're wrong. Now, that's not to say that they can't play how they want to, because everyone is open to do that and everyone's allowed to. That's the point of the game. But while they're doing what they want to do, you can also. That's the whole you belong and the fucking wall being knocked down. Boom boy, new role? Indeed. Unfortunately, there are some day one players who feel they know the game better than the devs, quoted one in Patreon today. Yeah, I know. Well, that argument is valid both ways, right? So, since I'm before day one, does that mean I know more? Because if their logic is correct, that means that what I just said is correct, and they're now got nothing to say. And if day one is important, and then before day one is important, what about creating the game for 17 years and it being live for 11? Surely that's 6 years prior to the current 11 years would mean they have more experience. So technically the devs know more, right? Yeah, the proof is the matter. Just look at all your builds. They're just as good, if not better. Thank you very much. The M word doesn't apply in this game. Thank you for the follow. The M word doesn't apply in this game. There are games that are designed to be very linear and have vertical progression. Those games exist. They've existed for years. There's always going to be a bet in those types of games. That's the way it's designed. Staggering on top, on top, on top, on top to get to here, to get to here, to get to here, and you need all this in the way. ESO is a cross. It's horizontal. There are billions of different ways to build, and many that some will never try. Not because they don't have enough time, though. Some people will because they don't have enough time. Others, it's because they refuse to try anything else because they're stubborn enough to assume that what they've already found can't possibly be any better. Each to their own does literally mean that. It doesn't mean each to their own unless you do something different to me, otherwise you suck. Only Beams thing, thank you very much indeed. That should work. Marriage a few times awesome. Yes, he is. Wait, I haven't played this game in a bit. You can have monsters companions now. Not exactly. These are enemies we're fighting. I mean, you can have pets. Pets do exist as combat pets, but they're tied to skill lines. And a couple of sets. Whatever ends up as the best trials is only going to matter for people score pushing. There's no best. That's exactly what the dev was trying to say. When I say dev, I mean lead, the game director. What their best may be for them subjectively doesn't mean it's the best overall as a rule for the entire game. It just means that that's what they stopped on. And they were talking about score pushes. They're like, well, there's people that claim this, that, and the other, and they're, the words to quote, they claim that there's the best way to do things, and they're kind of wrong. That was the words. Or those were the words. Because there's always another way. They designed the game like that. Arguing with the devs' design is aggressively naive. And they tried to send a message there and saying, like, this is how it really is. If you found what works for you, fantastic, and enjoy it, but stop trying to prevent other people from trying things that you can't. Or that you daren't. Because that's essentially the outcome, isn't it? People daren't try because they think they're going to be ridiculed by their own friends. The reason I haven't played a closed beta till now is because I play my way and not someone else's. And yet, you're still here. In a dead game. That's a joke, by the way. Thanks. Still have to hop in soon. Subclass system looks really interesting. It is. There's a video on my YouTube channel regarding the update as to what's to come. I have tested it already. It's due to hit PTS with a more updated version on Monday. So we'll see. Obviously, I'll be doing a patch reading, and then straight afterwards, as long as the server is live, you will see me actively messing stuff around. If not, you'll see it the day after. People can be so negative when it comes to weirdly upset when you don't play the so-called meta. Because, again, and I have to underline this because people still haven't grasped it, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. I don't care what people have to say. I don't care how aggressive they are towards me about it. You won't win an argument or debate or actual discussion about facts by screaming loudly. I'm not intimidated by people that scream loud. The point is, the game is designed upon a foundation of truth and possibilities. No, bollocks. It's about choice. It's supposed to be choice. So they want you to have as many choices as possible. They deliver as many choices as you could possibly have, and you ignore them. That's your problem. What can I say? I'm a bit morbid. I went full on Equalizer Gaming, Mike. Yes? Hop in and pay. Yes, you need to do that. I've already said the numbers before, but at the moment, if you just consider sets alone in update 44, let alone 45 or 46, there is 68 unvigintillion possibilities of messing around with set order. Now, if you want to know which ones function, because some could be complete shit, The ones that are functional, like 552 and all that kind of stuff, then you're talking with 1s and 2s being switched around, or 2 and 3 and all that kind of stuff. You're looking at 269 billion. When it comes to actual decent ones out of that, then we're going down in numbers. We're going to about 12 billion. You know, ones that would be not just functional, but you might want to use it. The standard builds, if you want. And that's before you pick a skill. Not only before you pick a skill, before you pick a class skill. Or a morph. Or adding a subclass. Or a morph. There's fuck tons. So for anyone to be ignorant enough to say, well, I found what's best. I mean, I'm glad you are that confident. Fair enough. Enjoy your gameplay. But if there's that many possibilities, you don't have 9,000 years to try everything once a second, so you'll never actually know. So have fun with what you've stopped on, or explore some more. Preventing people from trying is just dumb. And none of your business. Okay, chat. First time running Infinite Archive. Anybody want a group? It's probably easier if you do that in-game, but who knows? Maybe you're on a server that people can get involved in. I try to encourage people not to necessarily advertise their availability in-stream because, you know, people are watching instead of playing. But whisper, prop wash, and ask them what server he's on. You never know. Sweaties on the count of 3. Stick your fingers in your ears and shout, I'm not listening, as loud as you can. The rest of us will just join, point, and laugh. The rest of us will go and knock down that wall and get to our content. That's right. It's your content. Yours. Not somebody else's. It doesn't belong to a particular group of people. It belongs to you. It is your game. You have access to it. You paid for it. Go fucking play it. It's like this community figured out ours. Didn't mean to disrespect. You're not disrespectful. It's just easier to scale if you do it in-game, or at least tell people what server you're on. Then people can take it to whispers and I can move on with the rest of the chat. Prop wash. Get it done, dude. Hopefully you have fun. Not, yes, pinch his nose. It's yes, ma'am. Every time I hear someone with a really nasally voice, I always hear Janine from Ghostbusters. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it's kind of built in there. I have a million memes and references stuck in my head for every single aspect of life. I can't help it. Sentence should end in for me. It should. It should. But it doesn't, because it's always leading and gaslit, and there's straw men all over the place. It is what it is. The game is designed for people to play how they want to play. Let them. If they're not in your group, and you are not building a certain structured group for you, what difference does it make? Mind your business. I don't know, you answered this, but what's a lizard pet fighting with you all? There isn't a lizard pet. Oh, that! No, I see what you mean. This thing? That's a Welwar. So basically, there's buffs in the Infinite Archive that stay with you. They're called visions, and they come from bosses. That particular one is the second version of the skill, and it's basically a 3-stage pet. Starts off as a Wrath, or Wraith even, then turns into Welwar, then turns into 3 Squid Boys. Seekers. It's one of the buffs. It's on the website anyway, so if you put Infinite in the chat, go to the description and you'll find the link for the written Infinite Archive guide. Oh, there's a thing over here. Rip! Gone. And all the buffs and bonuses are listed. Don't need to let us tame beast skills like a bear for pet variety. We've got a bear. Warden, ultimate. And with subclass, and you can put that on any class. So, job done. Tomfoolery, yes please. Class lines like Assassinate and Adric Spear will be strong. They already are. Popular, but what ones are sleepers that will be unexpectedly good? They're all good. It just depends on how you use them. Good as a point of view. And also subjective to the way you build. But I can confirm that in testing so far, the Almost Immortal Warrior slapped with Earth and Heart, Bone Tyrant, and Winter's Embrace was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. If you know the Infinite Archive version of the Almost Immortal Warrior in its current state, imagine that. It is mental. And that was in early testing. You wait till PTS, it's going to be mad. No, I mean get other animal skins to swap out the bear with. Well, they've got skill styles, and they currently have 2 individual skins for the bear, but who knows what else they do. I think I know what you mean. I think you mean actually charm enemies that are local and turn them into your pets. That's something that ESO doesn't do, but it would be nice if you could. We do have a new charm skill, but instead of it doing what you would expect it to do, it just makes the enemy go and walk towards you like a zombie. But as soon as you damage him, it breaks, so what can you do? And it's not like EverQuest where you can deliberately not break charms. Stuff that goes on the ground in ESO is in abundance. You're going to have that shit all over the place. You're going to accidentally do it by 1 or 2 seconds of it being down. It's a weird twist, but they're still working on that stuff. You trample with random mounts, you can get all kind of random effects. You can, that's true.
Make your choice while Master Mount has
My eye just went all funky.
for you.
So I'm off, going out. Thanks for the stream. Have a great weekend, and to you and your lady. Thank you very much, Kat. Much appreciated. Have fun. Tempest and Mighty Bash. So one interrupt, everything goes boom. Keep an eye on Jesus Beam numbers, people. It's going to go up. Wall of Elements is currently doing a shit ton. Jesus Beam is on a decent amount as far as DPS goes. Now that the health is down, it's going to go really fucking high. If I can reach the fucker. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 118. That can go much, much higher if you got class embodiment, but I don't have it at the moment. And it would help if I had the flare running. Rip. Manty's in the room. '60s. Ow. 119. 136. Easy peasy. I can't target the fucker. I didn't interrupt anything yet. I didn't even get to use my buff. Aha! Oh, you interrupted for me. Rip. Yes, I used a Dawnbreaker, even though I wasn't close enough, so I can get the weapon and spell damage. 128k, that'll do. Can't wait to try Warden and DK with subclass. Dude, it's really good. Again, it depends on how you build, because there's billions of ways to try. When it comes to a combination of gear, skill, passives, etc., etc., there's loads. I don't want necrotic support. I'm going to take Comp and Thaumaturge, because more damage over time. Which means bigger beams. Got 3 of those so far. It's a good stack. 2 more and it's done. That's the equivalent of 1.5 champion point nodes at the moment, because it would normally give you 6% for Thaumaturge, but they do stack. Have some of that. Next part is going to be Hell. Adrea's already there. Well played. Oof. He's got to go. So is the Mystic, actually. There's going to be a Meteor. Oh, he did a blank one. Fluffed it. The effective timer of classes with subclasses something like 300. Effective time number.
Resolve this conflict.
Whee! Hi, the astronaut. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. You mean like how many combinations and shit are there possible? Fucking, with all the rest of the skills we've got, a lot. A lot. How dare you? You having a stroke, Coyote? It's the weekend. You can't ask him that. You got Samsungs? A little bit. Effective number. High. More than people will have time to test, alongside everything else there is in the game. I mean, they can put them on, but actually testing them for their effectiveness, not happening. I think people will stop at the most obvious and then end creativity there, which is what most people generally do. Which is fine, that's up to them. I'm not going to. The obvious stuff will already be done, obviously. It's obvious, obviously. But the obscure stuff will also be messed with because you never bloody know until you try. You don't have answers just by writing it down on paper. You have to actually test them out. That's how science generally works. You have to actually try rather than just guess.
Your gifts from Hermaeus Mora.
Magical multitudes, let's go. Splat. Thanks, Dad. You're welcome. Well, what about theoretical science? Same shit. Yes, it is. Well, I bet ESO is that infinite things to do in the game. You will never get bored. You won't get bored unless you decide to pigeonhole your gameplay. Like, if you decide that you only ever like one thing and only ever do that and never try anything else ever, then that becomes your own fault for stagnating. But if you want to try everything there is, you're going to be there a long time. Thump and Thaumaturge again. That middle buff, by the way, was the pet. I didn't take it because I don't want it. 4 buffs to Jesus Beam. Critical science is based on knowledge gained from practical science. It is. But if you're trying to conduct an experiment from theory, you actually do need to do the experiment itself. Theorizing is fun, but if you want actual results, you have to do it. Even fishing? Yes, why not? And you know what I mean, Mike. You know that the people that say the theory stuff haven't done the practical before to be able to have the knowledge of what there is. The new stuff. If you have no knowledge of the new stuff and you just theorize, that's just talking bollocks. We call that spitballing. Wing! In practice, in fact, in a synergistic relationship, in order to form a good hypothesis, you need a pre-existing data from experimentation. Yes! And if you've got none, you have none. The spit you always miss. PMFI. Whee! Welcome to the stream, by the way. I think you're already here, actually. Boing. Where's the thing? Magical Madness again. Good, because the last one didn't fucking fire. Well, not very well. You're a former Dragonborn? You are indeed. How the fuck is Soul Phoenix a Dragonborn? So many big words, they grow up so fast. Tears. I mean, some do. While back, though. At least you remember it. Like, I was once on the throne as a fearful Dragonborn. Ready to be splattered by the next person with loads of money. Finish him?
Finish him!
Mike and his amazing, gigantic bits. Thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciated. I can borrow a phrase from Mike. I play the entire game. I do a lot of PvE and I spend at least some time every day in Cyrodiil. Then I play Tales of Tribute occasionally. I played Tales of Tribute on stream the other day. So I was chasing a deck. And I got it. And it was mega. And I tried to chase a certain card so much I nearly got wrecked. The opposition had 31 while I had 2. And I came back and beat them with 53. Yeah, I did it. My mum even watched. She didn't. Class embodiment, let's go. That means Jesus Beam is going to be increased by 65% on top of the 20%, on top of the inflated glyph, on top of extra damage over time, on top of loads of other stuff. Let's splat the boss. He's giving me something awesome. Tempest. It's good, but that's not what I was after. I'm pausing ESO at the moment, but I'm playing Skyrim again, go figure. Imagine being that addicted to Elder Scrolls. You need to watch my YouTube channel, dude. I put a video out like 2 days ago about stuff that's coming. You're going to love it. That'll get you back into ESO. If you're on either platform, PC or console, look forward to June. This Jesus Beam execute is going to be insane, by the way. low health is going to hurt. 125k, 143. Whoa! Stein, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. One thing I don't understand is TOT. Do you know why? Be honest here. You skipped through the text in the tutorial, didn't you? I'm going to take this. I don't want it, but I need to get rid of it. Here's a ninja button. I know. People can't be bothered to listen to a 5-minute tutorial about cards. I know they think, oh, it's easy. It's just cards. And it is quite straightforward. But that short tutorial is a game changer towards your knowledge base of that game. Now, if you want to go further than that, put website in the chat. There's a Tales of Tribute section for just about everything you need to know about it. But I highly encourage people to go back to that particular tutorial and listen to it. And if you've already done it on your character, do it on a new one. Listen carefully, and you'll have like 3 years worth of... Oh, I get it now. All gone. All the stuff is gone that you didn't understand. It does make a lot of sense if you just have it plainly explained to you in front of you. I did the same thing. I did internal testing. I did PTS testing. I did press release plays with it. Then played it on live on multiple different platforms. It wasn't until I fully did the tutorial that it made full sense. Because it goes in one ear and out the other. You just want to get to it. It makes a lot of sense if you just pay attention to it. It's very, very quick. Don't skip it. I mean, technically you can't skip, but you can press the button really, really fast and just do what it tells you and then just not absorb the information. That's what most people tend to do in games. I think everyone's guilty of it at some point. That one is pretty crucial. Once you've understood it, you will have a very different overview or perspective of that particular gameplay mode, and it is fucking fun. It's not for everyone, granted, but it is really, really good if you can understand it right off the bat. So there's my advice. Go do the tutorial again. Not the base game tutorial, the Tales of Tribute tutorial. Pick another character and go talk to the dude. Careful. There's an infusser in the room. I didn't even see it. My bad. $133 kgs beam. That is gross. 91. Invulnerable, of course. Tempest again? They like to give me that buff, don't they?
Aren't just gifts. They make your fights more interesting.
Again? With his Necro transformation? He's a dragon man, sir. Yeah, I know. There's going to be so many clickbait titles about that stuff soon. Can't wait for all the different combinations of things that other people thought up, but they decided it was cool because they said it. Oh, you know what I mean. That's why I made the build Book Wizard. Not just because I wanted to make the build in the first place, but because Book Wizard made more sense. Rather than Staminist. After Stamina and Magic, it doesn't really matter anymore. So, I made a build called the name that I prefer to call the Arcanist. And made it immortalized on YouTube forever. I'll put Book Wizard in the chat. It's a healer. It's a 1-bar. It's mega. It can heal per third of a second in AoE more than Breath of Life. Bear in mind, Breath of Life is just 2 people. What do you think? Just goes, nobody die. Don't move out of stupid. Oh my god, you're dead. That's how it sounds. Try it. You'll see. Archive weaponry. Yes, please. I'm going to buff to this. No secret. Be something good. Cold Blast. What the shit? Get out of the way. Gary the Goblin. I've got shit buffs. Well, a shit verse. Going 48s, 52s, 65, 74, 90, 98, 116. Want to buy a crit? You know how easy it is? You get a few defensive bonuses as well. It's banging. Lethal sorcery, crit chance. Yes, please. on at the moment. Quite low, actually. 55. That's another 12% on top, so 167. Getting better. Thoughts on the recent one-bar storm in a teacup, i.e. no open? My thoughts? Thoughts is never a straightforward question. That's just someone going, hey, I want you to write an essay with your face. Discuss. Say what you really mean. 9 times out of 10 when I tell people to do that, they don't. Be more specific. You mean, do I have an opinion on people using one bar with no open soul ring? No. Would you like to know why? It's always, let me repeat that again really loud so those at the back can hear. It's always been a possibility. It's not new. And for those to make it... Dude, you dropped the boss! What the fuck? And for those to pretend to make it a trend after they hated it so much, really need to watch their double standards. Quite that. Love how they have Billy Boyd, Lord of the Rings actor. I know. Do the voice of the characters in Tales Tribute. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Sorry, I can't sub, by the way, but money's tight here. Love your streams, and will support again when I can. You are not in any shit bin whatsoever for not subbing, dude. I appreciate people just watching. No problem at all. You never have to apologize for that. Thank you very much for being here. Andrea dropped the boss on me, mum. I'm telling. Can't believe it. Can't believe you would do that. I wouldn't have died if I knew it was coming. I had no idea. Just like, rip, instantly. Nothing I could do. Go cry in a corner. Cry on my cornflakes. This is better than pissing in someone else's. Mike Macon has just gifted a sub. Woo! Now you've got emotes and shit. Did you want dodge? Thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciate being cake in the chat. Enjoy those emotes. Refresh your stream. You don't have to watch adverts anymore. Let's go. That's what this button does. It is what that button does. Mike is up to 526 gifted subs on the channel, which means he likes it here a little bit. Slightly. Bergen is more effective, evidently. How? If you're still using one bar, it's not necessarily more or less effective. It just depends on what buffs and bonuses you have. But it was very misrepresented, I feel, by others. Enjoying my sort more, having swapped out Ogun. Each to their own. You've decided that you like to build a different way. Perfectly fine. The misrepresentation is usually by people that try to tell everyone that they can't do something and then do it themselves and pretend that double standard doesn't exist. Ignore what other people say and build how you want to build. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, go back to the drawing board. Your choice, your game, your rules. Play how you fucking want. Simple as that. I've got loads of builds on the channel. Guess what? If you don't like my channel, don't use any of the builds. Make your own. And that's not a threat. That's not negative. That is just me being completely honest. You do not have to do what even I say. Do 100% what you want. If you're not happy in your game, you're not playing the game properly. Any game that you play, you should be enjoying. It should be fun. If the method that you're choosing to use is not fun, then you might want to explore something else. Simple as that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I will never ridicule someone for trying to do something that they want to do. Whether it succeeds or fails, at least they tried. The game is built upon a foundation of choice. Therefore, people should explore other options. If that's what they're into. You want beer and cake? I had cake. We're getting neck oil tomorrow. Ninja Monkey, you need to look it up. I went to have a beer with Ninja Monkey once, and I ended up with fucking food poison, so I left before I even finished my beer. I was so gutted. That was in San Diego, 2019. I was at TwitchCon, and I was not fucking well at all, to the point where I had to leave the bloody ESO party. I had to go. Otherwise I was going to throw up fucking everywhere. Next time, I promise I won't throw up everywhere. Have wine and no cake. I mean, most people would whine if they had no cake. That was too easy. Ravicus Maximus for 500 bits. Thank you very much. Massively appreciate beer and cake in the chat. You're the Dragonborn. I pressed the headshot for no reason. Swiftgal, yes please. Just a smidgen. Gasps in Elvish. How does that sound? Pointy-eared? Pointy-eared message. Bits it out to 8,800 of the 1 million bits goal, people. Get it done. It's going to happen eventually. Even if the dinosaurs come back before it happens, it's still going to happen. Jesus, beep. Oh my god. Dude, he's getting wrecked. Oh, no mechanics for you. Goodbye. Oh, 126k, rip. Splat. Imagine making an execute function from 100% health really well, rather than just using it because you want to be different, actually making it work. And that's the trick. If you find something that you want to use and it doesn't work as you expect it, there might be a way to enhance it. This particular build is all about that. Making it very easy for people that want to jump into 2 bars by making it extremely simple. At the same time as utilizing something you would normally introduce later in a fight. So now you don't even have to look at certain parts of the fight. You just use it all the time. Hey, direwolves, dinos can't be that hard. I mean, we already have them, don't we? They're in the lab next to ET. Oh my god, Dino believes in aliens. Oh my god, you don't? Whee! It's not about belief. It's about deducing the facts surrounding what there is and isn't. Be naive to assume otherwise. But no, you definitely didn't get probed, and you definitely don't have a family of cat babies. Do you ever get to meet any of the voice actors in ESO? Yes. Oh, you want me to elaborate on that? Sure, why not? So, Shia Gorath, obviously. The lady that played Ophelia. I forget names, I'm so bad with names. And then Tommy, which I obviously don't forget, because he follows me on fucking Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Met the dude at ESO 10. He's like, oh my god, it's Tommy. He's like, oh my god, it's you. And we've fucking talking for ages. Then when it was over, both messaged each other on Twitter like, how the fuck did we not get a picture? Shio, was he mad? No, he's cool as fuck. I mean, yes. Absolute lunatic. But the dude who plays as Xander, Tommy, spoke multiple times on social media to just be part of the community and all the rest of it. But then I got to meet him at ESO 10 before they did the meet and greet thing, and talking to him for fucking ages. And I had a little starry moment where it was really cool. I had one of these people at the bar trying to serve me, and then a couple of channel supporters came up really nervous, and they're saying hi and everything, and they're like, hi, I don't know what to say, love your channel and all this kind of... I'm just as nervous, don't get me wrong. I spoke to so many fucking people. And I was ill. I was suffering like fuck, ready to... Well, I was waiting for my surgery, for my second fucking stomach surgery, so I stretched that a little bit. I should have gone before, but I wasn't going to miss ESO 10. And while these people are talking to me, Tommy just walks past me, slaps me on the side of the shoulder, he shouts, what's up, man? And just walks off. And they looked at me like, oh, you know that guy? Yeah, we're mates. I was like, you nailed that, dude. We only literally just met, like, personally after speaking in the past. And he just timed it so well. He was then going on stage, slapped me on the shoulder. We obviously know each other. And the people from the channel were like, they're friends. Like, we're obviously, like, not that close. But it was a really cool moment. It made it look like it. But yeah, then I saw him in Wednesday. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know he was in it. Messaged him on Twitter. I was like, we just watched it. I had no idea. He's like, thank you for watching. You're welcome. But yeah, he's cool as fuck. Spoke to him several times. Very, very cool. Shio is very, very cool as well. They're all fucking cool. But you don't get a lot of time to speak to everyone because you're too busy doing all the rest of the things. It's mental for them too. Like, as a content creator and streamer and all the rest of it, and as they're voice actors and got stuff to do as well, everyone's doing their own job and everyone's busy just trying to mingle with as many people as possible. So it's nuts. But yes, I did get to speak to multiple people that are part of the dev team. Obviously, I speak to them on a regular basis as well, which I'm obviously very privileged to do. But I did speak to the voice actors and some of the other people involved in production as well. It was fucking cool. Love Shio's voice acting, absolute maniac. Dude, he's cool as fuck. In person, he's cool as fuck. And in the games as well. I say games because he's in multiple, yes. Very, very good. But that's why they get them. They don't get them because they're not good. They don't get them because they're cheap. Fuck's sake. Cadwell is John Cleese for crying out loud. No, I haven't met him. That would be amazing. Especially growing up with all of his comedy. But he's not cheap. They make sure they get the good ones. Yo, Cheesy. Into Zero, what do you think will happen with Assault and support skills likely to streamline to more Vengeance-like, I think? Well, Vengeance was a test, so we won't know. We'll have to wait and see. World skills, sure, why not? 40 Towers are my favourite. I love 40 Towers. They only made 12 of them as well. But then the older series for British sitcoms and stuff generally were quite small. They were either 12 to 18 episodes at most. There are some that step outside the rule, I know, but generally speaking, most of them are 12 to 18. And that's it, it's done. You don't need any more. You want more, but you don't need it. I think the only one that really got away with having a fuck ton more was Only Fools and Horses. Never be starstruck. It was really cool. Yeah, Tommy was cool as fuck. As cool in person as he is in TV. Especially when he made me look famous in front of my own audience. That was mega. Like, I know what you did there. You know what you did there. Thank you. That was cool. Would be starstruck. You wouldn't. I mean, you appreciate it for what it is, but you'd be fine. Wing. Hi, by the way. Rash, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thing is, I actually know personally a couple of his friends as well, so that was also quite cool. Loosely from the same business. Not ESO based though. Donkey's only the tip of the iceberg. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. I know who it is. Zero, Kate Beckinsale, and there's Queen Oren. I know who they are. Whee! Yeah, they've got fucking tons of voice actors in the game, and none of them are cheap. They made sure that in an MMO that has constant voice acting for every single quest in the game, they made sure they got the good stuff. Because otherwise, they'd just be held to... Oblivion had like 3 people. Although even then, they spent a lot of money. Especially when you got Patrick Stewart and fucking Sean Bean. 006. Boromir, for fuck's sake. Hello was good as well. Yes, it was. We spoke about that on stream recently. Oh my god, Venn diagram, rip. Hello had a lot of episodes. It did. Like I said, there's very few that broke out of the rule of like 12 to 18. We could be here for a while talking about all the different ones that exist, but generally speaking, it's between 12 and 18 for the good ones. Most important, Nara is voiced by Dexter's mom. So many people in the list. Fucking madness. Ready? He's resin me. Thank you. Why is it on me? Disagree? Did I use a special buff? I didn't. Orbiting Echoes. Echoey orbs. There's a hitbox here from Ice Thing that's gone. Rip. And fire. Khan Webman from Family Guy. Got. It's gonna rain. Why are you telling me all these names? You know I do this for Jar. I know who they are. Oh shit. Although some may cross over into. Oh shit. No, never mind. Dude, I thought you. No, I'm stand corrected. I thought you had me, and then I thought I wasn't dead, and then I thought I was. Yay! Dude, I got nowhere to stand. Fuck it. Size of Hans depressed as fuck. And Lyris swears. She says bastard all the time. Potty mouth. Potty mouth giant. Wing. Kate Beckinsale would definitely be bucket list actress to meet, same as John Cleese. John Cleese would be fucking amazing to meet. One person I would have loved to have met is Rick Mail, but that can't happen anymore. Those are my list. If it was BG3, would Romance first, along with Gabrielle, Everly, Sharp Arrow, and more. And then the chat took a dive. That always happens. You can't talk about voice actors and characters without everyone going smash or pass. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take that. I'll take this. That was not what we were talking about or where we were leading to. How long is it on this? Fucking ages. About a minute and a half almost. Not bad. Whee! It's funny when you look at some of the comedians and stuff, because there's people that are hashtag offended by Monty Python and some of the older comedies and stuff, but then they fully support Cadwell. Like you can't have it both ways. Who would win, Everly versus Naru? Naru all day long. That's not even a contest. It's like putting a chicken up against a dog. Not to call anyone a dog, but one's got teeth, the other one is just gonna make loads of noise. That's like one of those really awkward date questions, isn't it? What'd you like, chocolate or strawberry? Oh, come on. No contest. Who would win in a boxing match? Whoever gets paid the most. Whoever gets paid the least. Never seen Everly struggle. You've never seen her against Naui. Just stab her in the back of the eye and then just have a coffee afterwards. No fucks. I'll keep a weaponry. Yes, please. Whee! What are we on? 5? We're doing Marauderer. Even though the last one killed me because the Drea dropped it. Can't believe that. I've got people watching and everything, dude. I'll be dead on stream. That's a joke. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't actually matter. Look how many people give a shit. 0. Big fat 0. The thing people mess up on streams and stuff, unless you're in an actual esport, and there's very few of them, in an actual competition and actually trying to get a ranking going on, it doesn't fucking matter if you get killed on stream. It matters that people are entertained. You end up dead, you end up dead. Actually, that's some of the funny stuff. And not the, oh, I fell. I mean, literal, like actual accidental deaths. Jumping off a cliff. By accident. Getting killed because the tank dropped something. That shit. That's funny. Don't die on purpose. Nobody likes that. Who? Brewmaster times 2. Are you serious? You're going to drop your bubble very soon. 3, 2, 1. Drop your bubble, please. You're off the... There we go. That second out. Dude, you took him out of the door. I'm just going to kill him. Rip. 3, 2, nope. Knew it. Such a baboon. No tiny Templar for you. Tomfoolery. Oh, Necro transformation again for reals? How dare you? Swift Gale. I limit myself on light attacks on this build on purpose to teach you how to use something very, very simple, and then they give me light attack bonuses. Brilliant. Have a meteor to the face. Haha! Eat it! Stupid bear. Ah. Ah. That's how you do Jesus Beam damage, by the way. If you make the sound of it, it does more damage. I don't make the rules, I just let you know how they work. 112k, 128k Jesus Beam. Yes! Ferocious Strikes I do not want. We get Extended Favor just to max it out. I don't need this. It's useless for me. I've got no physical damage. Apart from Dawnbreaker, but I'm only using it for its buff, not necessarily its damage. Whoops. How long have I got on this? 2 minutes on my resistance buff now. That makes things a lot easier. He says he doesn't use it for his damage and then uses it. It's for the weapon and spell damage boost overall. I don't really care if I hit them or not. On the same note, yes, I acknowledge I am late to the party here. I've never seen Nero struggle either. Again, they've never fought each other. Nari would just cut off her fucking pigtails and watch her cry. I can shoot better than you. Cuts her bow in half. Boing. I mean, imagine that as a competition. Well, we eat our cousins. Well, we eat lava. They win. Been awesome if Christopher Lee voiced an NPC in ESO when he was alive. It would have been. There's lots of people that would have been awesome, though. We could be here for a very long time. Oh, come
One
on.
in the archive has Marshall's
Such a delay on grabbing the buff. It makes you jump over it. It's the same button. Did you get a shout out, Dean? You did. May say Zos designed subclass system well. 2 skill points cost, not more than 1 from other class, and account with subclass XP. I know. I made a video about it. I even tested it. Very, very few people did, but I did. For just under a week. Had access to their internal server. It was mega. Obviously, that was an earlier build, so things have been slightly altered since then, but it was fucking mega. And it goes live on PTS on Monday, so you get to try it yourself. You did, and Mike got me too. Excelente. Good. The thing is, people have got an abundance of skill points anyway if they've been playing long enough. If they haven't been playing long enough, then play longer. What was that? Is it on there? What the fuck is the cat doing? Hold on. Fuck knows. Cat was spooked by something. Not more than 1 skill line from another class is bait and incorrect. It depends on what they do with it, because in testing I got to use 2 at the same time. But then there's information saying that there isn't. So what they do on PTS, we'll have to wait and see. You can have 2 skill lines in another class. You only have to keep 1 of the skill lines in your base class. Correct. Now, I know that they've said, well, other people have said, and the information's got cross-wired. In testing, I did end up using the Stormcalling skill line, Siphoning skill line, and the Shadow skill line at the same time, or Assassination. So 2 Nightblade, 1 Sorcerer. If that is not intended, that was on an older model that did happen. But we'll see for sure on Monday. But 1 more sword will still be OP. That's broad. Depends on how you play. If you're talking about the Lazy Sork itself, still remains to be seen what they do with the patch once it lands, but in testing so far, it wasn't busted at all. It's really good. I mean, nothing really affected it negatively. But you can alter it. That's the thing. You can add more stuff to it. So, conflict and crossover of information is one thing. In testing, it was there. Whether they changed it or not on the release of it, because it was an older version I played, who knows? Maybe their intention was one thing and it didn't work as intended in the testing in the first place, but I can assure you I used 2 of one and 1 of another at the time. Oh shit. But again, Monday is when it happens, so we'll get to try it regardless. And then we can start giving Zos feedback on what they've got so far, watch the changes over the next few weeks, and then see what happens when it lands. It's going to be fucking banging either way. Something different besides that, and we will see. We will. Again, like I said, I had tested it where I did use, on a Sorcerer, 2 of one and 1 of another. But conflicting information will happen, especially when I'm using an older model of it, which I did. They had underlined that there's lots of different things that have already been changed since then, so who knows? We'll see. Believe how it took me 20 minutes to realize I clicked YouTube notification and not the live stream. What the fuck is the wrong channel? Thank you for joining, by the way. Much appreciated. Sounds player testable on Monday. Yes, that's what we've got to look forward to. Didn't get spooky, had a poop, and got the zoomies. Fucking cat. It's really difficult to hear all the sounds when I've got almost sound cancelling headphones, when I've got one half on, half off. It sounded like the cat was growling and losing his shit, like he was getting spooked. It was all fluffy and shit at the top of the stairs. Like, okay, who the fuck is trying to get into the house? He didn't. All he did is did a massive shite and then ran around the fucking house. He's not spooked at all. He's hyped as fuck. Running away from his actions. Early alarm system was faulty. It was. It's tricky. I'm used to living next door to a crack den. Any loud noises like that, you have to go fucking check. Force of habit. Especially when the animal loses its shit, because that's normally when they're very uncomfortable. That one apparently isn't uncomfortable, just running away from turd. Haha! I did a shit in the garden! Oh, not the garden, and in the tub. I wasn't in the garden, definitely not. Okay, good for you. Did you cover it up? Meow! I'm assuming yes. Hey, you got the triple pet. Who asked about pets earlier in Infinite Archive? You know the well wire where I said it transforms? That is what it transforms into. You get 3 of those. Squid boy. Cool as fuck. Weirdly, though, they are attackable. And horses run from farts. Dogs wake up from farts. I've actually done that once. Don't tell anyone. And then wake up really quickly. What was that? It was you. No, it wasn't. It was someone else. It was the cat. Boing. You run from dog farts, as you should. They'll make your eyebrows melt. I've heard that before, funny as fuck. Who among us has fled the toilet crimes at least once? Or who hasn't? Never done that, ever. Definitely not. I wait until no one's around anyway. Just in case it's louder than intended. Embarrassing. See, people are going to laugh at that, and everyone else is going to go, ah! Yep. Not going to admit it, but yep. Who did the alert thing? That is not how a fart sounds. You made that up. My mum used to light a match when she came out to warn us off. That's actually quite funny. What's that? You want your eyebrows? You want to keep them? Don't go in there. Just make sure your window isn't open when you do it. Or public toilet when there's fucking 8 cubicles and 70 people walking backwards and forwards. And all of a sudden it goes silent right as you go. Thank you for the chicken attack. Thank you for the rip as well. Scared people at work one time. Someone came in and I just let rip. I heard was, oh my god, and the door closing. Well, where the fuck else are you supposed to do it? Someone's walking into a toilet and shocked that you farted. You went into the fart room and farted. It's not like you pissed up the wall in the wrong fucking office, is it? Someone's trying to have a conference meeting and you sit there pissing in the bin. Oh, sorry, wrong room. That would be awkward. Farting in the toilets? Come on. Bollocks to them. Next thing you'll know is they don't fart. That would explain all the shit talking. Fine. Thank God there was no Karen in front of your window. Yeah, there would be. Peek their head in. That's disgusting, you know. Yes. Yes, you are. Who shits at work? Nobody. Nobody ever. Just gassing up my new car. Ford flatulence. Nobody goes to work and does that. They wait and wait and wait until everyone else is gone, or they go home. Just hold it in all day. Like that. Legend finally let it out. Thank you, Legend. Thank you for the fart. Daedroths fucking suck. They're called Jeff, by the way. It's really weird how the massive fucking Ograms, who are really fast, actually, can be pulled, but a Daedroth can't. Because, consider science. Daedroths aren't as heavy as an Ogram, but the Ogram will respond to a chain. You missed a bit, Sos. Just saying. Thank you for the fart. I know I'm supposed to kill the Enfasser, but whatever. 3, 2, 1, splat. Oh, he's doing it. He's delayed. I did bash him. It didn't work. I never shout at work. Want to do one at home. I don't get these other humans who think it's okay to shit at work, but there's always one. Yeah, the one that sits in there for way, way, way too long, and you need to ninja pee, and you just can't. You got to hold it forever. Or you get gassed. There's always that one Merv that is in there 24/7. There's an Ogram lighter, though. Maybe they're just bloated with gas. Maybe they are. Because there is a boss in the cauldron that releases gas, but he doesn't shrink after it's gone. So I think he's still got some left. Deal theater release and then raise you airplane. Don't you just hate people in fucking airplanes that sit there queuing outside the toilet? You don't want to look like a twat queuing with them because you're just going to do the little dance for longer. But then if you stay in your chair longer, someone else is going to get in the queue. Just wait. Hold it. Don't know why that's written twice, sorry. Okay. Special buff. I got killed by this yesterday because Andreas spun it on me. My excuse and I'm sticking to it. Squid Boy's got in my way. Don't you dare, don't you dare. He's going to turn on me. Woof. Big beams. Come on. 127k, that'll do. Save paper by shit at work, COVID face. That was funny as fuck. I don't know why that was even a thing. Oh yeah, there's a virus, everyone get toilet roll. Did you read the symptoms? It's not going to give you the shits, focused efforts, or 5 of these. I've been chasing 5 of these. Focused efforts, obviously. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's not going to make you do anything apart from feel like crap and fuck your respiratory system up. Okay, so getting the shits and craving for baked beans. Got it. No, you moron. You'll shit more because you bought all the baked beans. You fucking flange. What's wrong with you? Then everyone's gone, oh, I've got too much toilet roll now. You poor you. Some people have been holding in the shit for weeks. They have to go to work and do it there. Poor bastards after Manky Merv has been in. Work for a toilet paper distributor? Oh, so you made loads of money then. Did you get many returns? Was it used? Worked at a place for 200. Of 200, one in COVID, I was the only one who didn't get it because many didn't shit on the shitter there. I'm not surprised. It's because, again, it doesn't make you shit. It's not a diarrhea-based fucking virus. Yeah, I'm gonna live on beans now, and that's your problem. Boing. If anything, it just goes to show how dumb people are. Whee! And show every business how they didn't need an office. Boing. Red door ready. Don't hit me. I'm just looking at the chat. Infasa. 3, 2, 1. Do the thing. Have you interrupted him already? He's dead anyway. It's on a 20-second timer, by the way, for those that don't understand what the fucking counting down. Generally speaking, I can get it on point, but I think it was already interrupted. My hands have used a lot of hand sanitizer, correct word. Sanitarium? Sanitizer, sanitarium, why not? Ooh, steak pie, rich tea biscuits, obviously the same thing. I know what you meant, dude, don't worry. Did you sing the song while you wash your hands? Sorry, you're Danish. Is that why you wash your hands so much? It doesn't compute. I'm joking. It's funny. Yeah, always sung the song. Yes, I always sing. Love Danish, especially cheese ones. Don't! Oh, it's yours. Oh, that was his buff. Tiny minions! Oh, they're yours. Which song? Any. Anything that drowns out Manky Merv's farts. Riansu, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Spriggan at the back. They're not too bad in here. They don't listen to your fucking route. Apparently they're completely immune to it. Even though it says immobilized, they just go, bye. But the Gua are a pain in the ass. Those are a problem. You must get them taunted really quickly if you've got a tank. Oh my god, he's invulnerable at all. Rip. Remember when I said you got to taunt the guars? Guars, whatever. It's a tiny two-legged guardian.
Drinks all around.
Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. A Lightbringer, I should have got him first, considering I'm ranged base. Oh my god, what a noob. Don't stand the ice, bro. I know. Use them to pop with. Freddy Krueger song 1, 2, he's coming for you. I remember that. It's really weird. That a horror film. I remember that as a kid. Yeah, so do you. Do you remember all of it, or do you just know the tune? You don't have to type it. Just yes or no will do fine. I love how one of them is grab a crucifix. Like, that's gonna make a fucking difference. It's a dream demon. No, not all of it. I do. I'm not singing it. I relied on Adrea having a taunt then while he fuss radard me. I'm dead here, by the way, because this ice fucker is going to kill me. Heck, fucking excuse me. Clip that. What the fuck? My character just went blah, 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 fell under the floor. I didn't even get to the ice phase. I just said, he's going to kill me. Yeah, I am going to kill you. Get under the floor, you fucker. Have a glitch. Brilliant. I didn't even get a chance to try mechanics. Got fucked in the feet. What the hell? Rip. Little bit. Clip. Thank you. So, Zos, I would like to try the mechanic in order to try and beat the mechanic. I don't expect you to make me not pass go or collect $200 before the mechanic happens. I was witness? What the fuck was that? Whoa, wing flap. Excuse me. That was actually wind aimed in my direction while I was standing in poo-poo. Never mind. If it didn't happen live, they wouldn't believe it. They would not. Glitches are made to be exploited, right? Adrea, I'm on the ground because the wing flap had some wind with it and froze me. 19k while blocking. Ow. Oh well. That was a death. Happened to someone else in the chat this evening. Apparently so. I thought they were talking about the ice mechanic. Not that. That was some bullshit. Jizz beam, full health, thank you. Well, now you've seen it. Now I can report it. Or you can just laugh at it. Fuck you, stupid dragon face. I know where you hide the cookies. I've seen them under the floor. It's all the way down. Never traveled so fast in this game. Oh my god, what a load of wank. Take that. One defensive bonus. Yay. I'm going soon anyway. Bollocks to it. We're going to go to throw out and we're going to get the fuck out of here. Got one focused efforts, which I'm not really too fond of anyway, because this build doesn't require it. But no adaptive... Oh, we've got one adaptive conqueror. No adaptive conquerors at all. The rest of the buffs are not bad, though. We've got 4 stacks of damage over time, 2 stacks of crit chance, so not terrible. How many focused efforts have I got? 1. There are some useless buffs in here as well towards the build, but you can't have it all, can you? Who are we up against now? Water boy! Brilliant. The water boss on the ice round. He's looking at me, Ray. Thank you. I can't claim that joke. Technically, it's a reference from Ghostbusters, and Mike uses it all the time, but it's still relevant. More relevant than your mum. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, thank you for the synergy. I was going to try and get out, but there wasn't enough time. You can't dodge roll it, you have to block it. One you have to dodge roll, the other one you have to block. Watch him when he puts his hand in the air. As soon as he does a tip off, then you got to move. Much like Sanctum Ophidia. Dodge. Sanctum Ophidia, last boss on hard mode with the World Shaper. Same visual mechanic, but obviously a different effect. The other one where he goes into the air and he's all wiggly, like Poltergeist, that's when you get out the fucking way. That one. Oh. Big Jesus beams, though. Oh my god. I was expecting a giant Jesus beam out of that. Didn't crit. This way. Nope, I am not getting stuck in there. I have many minions on me. Millions of minions. Minions for me. Oh my god. What about one? Thank you, Andrea. Remaster, get dead. Got him, I got him, I got him. Yes, sit down. That was a tricky one. Good job I had this shield on both bars just in case I get on the wrong one. Almost like it was designed that way on purpose. You double dip on that one. It gives you Eldritch Spear passive on both bars, and it also allows you to shield whenever you're in trouble. You know why? Because I know people get stuck on the wrong bar, especially when they're learning a 2-bar build. Which is why this one is both easy and effective. Stormcaller's gonna die. 3, 2, 1. Do the roar! Woohoo! Got my own Sky Shard. Splat! Ooh, I do not like negate bubbles unless I use them. Double standards, bro. Yes! Thank you for pointing out what it obviously is. Everybody else is the same, right? Everybody loves negate bubbles unless they're against them, in which case they suck. Fair enough. We're up against Mystic. That's a problem. Do not use a meteor. Oh, Realm Shaper nearly fucked me. Same with stuns and pulls. Yeah, because everything in the game doesn't need to fucking stun or snare you. It does anyway, but it doesn't need to. Block! Oh! That nearly killed me. You had Exploding Steve. Good job. Okay, beatdown is useless. It's not useless, but based on how much pen we've got, it's redundant on this particular fight for us. That'll work. Last fight! And anything else restricting, yeah, anything that is negative to the player is shit, unless you get to do it to somebody else. Retire to the kitchen. Tony Silver's disappearing. To be honest, I'd never used the gate bubble. I tried once on a Brewmaster, but the bubble overpowered my... Yeah, it's fucking useless. Now, bear in mind, there are many situations where it's amazing. It's supposed to CC stuff. It's obviously the largest stun in the game, duration-wise, and it can do a substantial amount of damage and carries a couple of passives with it. But there's lots and lots of different things in the game that you would think it would negate, but it doesn't. There's also Dispel ability recently been introduced to the game that is actually very, very limited at the moment. In testing, lots of fucking testing, even in the Infinite Archive, most things that you can Dispel last the same amount of time as it would take you to cast it anyways, what's the fucking point? And anything that you would think can be Dispelled outside of that uselessness can't. So I think it's something that they're still working on to try and figure out in the back end, but it's new. Whee! That was the amazing Tony Silver, by the way, if you didn't see already. I think she's gone to get food. What was that noise? There's funny noises today. House is falling apart. Do not Venn diagram those, they will kill you. This will be a very quick kill, actually. And fire! Don't hit me, hit the tank. I have to say, the dragons have the shittest hitboxes ever. Don't know why, but they just do. It's weird that some of the biggest enemies in the game are the awkwardest ones to hit. Fire, please. I can't fucking fire it, Jesus. I got him locked and I can't fire it. Woof. Wing. If I get a couple more defensive bonuses, this will be a lot easier to survive. And the damage is more than enough already. It's actually pretty mental. Ferocious strikes and ferocious support. Not heavy attacking at all. Not using physical stuff. That would be a defensive bonus I would take. But we're leaving anyway. Arc 6 and done. No lives lost. Couple of bugs. Decent-ish RNG. Enough to go for a very long time so far. Because the good buffs are coming. But also there's plenty of shit ones still left. Let's hand this in. People, thank you very much indeed for watching. I massively appreciate your support. If you are not subscribing on YouTube or following on Twitch, hit those buttons. They are free. Furthermore, if you want to follow outside of that on socials or want to support on the financial platforms, put socials in the chat for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the website ZynodeGaming.com, Patreon, Throne, Buy Me a Coffee, and much. Also put support in the chat if you want to help on last year's mess. And also put survival in the chat if you want to follow the new YouTube channel for survival games. That's a separate YouTube channel, still mine. Speaking of which, Conan will be tomorrow's stream. And if you go to the website, click on Conan, you can see how to access the private and public servers that I run. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all